wonder why. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie. And make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
This bitch. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 353 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse. As you can also find, you can find us on Google, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, pretty much anywhere good podcasts may be found. And today, oh man, we got some shit to talk about, man. We got a little some to talk about. Well, for one, here, let me pull this out from the stack. One, we are going to be talking about a book that I'm not surprised that I liked, but I'm surprised. I'm more surprised about a byproduct of it.
America. I'm pretty sure, like me, you all were surprised when you saw the thumbnail for this week's Blerd Cave. I was just shocked. I know a lot of you saw that thumbnail and immediately just chalked that up to, I guess we know what Carter gonna be talking about this week, but you would be incorrect. You would be ill-informed. This ain't me this week. This ain't me. It's him. It's him this week. If you're on Spotify, you ain't seen the thumbnail yet because I ain't uploaded it. If you are watching this live or you saw it last night, you was just like, if it ain't Carter talking about it, which it probably is, but it ain't, then it's probably going to be Ernie dunking on it, which apparently it ain't. So I don't really want to bullshit around today. I didn't want to. I don't want to just like do our normal back and forth thing, except for one brief moment. One brief moment. But then I immediately want to get to what that thumbnail is, what we're going to be talking about today, because I can't wait to hear this. But
well, I was about to get into it before you interrupted me. I was about to say exactly what it was.
Because I think you would have said it real quick and then glossed over it. I need to give this the proper respect because, yes, hell has frozen over with what we're going to talk about. Okay?
Well, I was about to say, I was going to talk about She-Small. But first, we're going to talk about Comics the Magazine.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Comics the Magazine, third issue came out this week, if you all remember, from like I want to say like 2 Blerd Caves ago. Ernie and I had a nice little conversation about Comics the Magazine, with Ernie even going as far as saying as Comics the Magazine is what Wizard should have been.
Yes.
You know, we had our back and forth with it. We both really enjoyed that first issue. Ernie went into details about the second issue that he liked from a comic creator standpoint. And then we got to the back of the book where we get the top 10s, and that's where all of the conversation pretty much delved into. But that's not to say that we didn't enjoy Comics the Magazine, because we did. Yeah, I think that's a damn good way to spend $2.99. But one thing I draw the line.
They draw the line.
They do. Comics Magazine draws the line at $2.99, but they do not draw the line at good comic book top 10s. Because I'm gonna tell you all what I did not tell Ernie before we started this show this week. I actually ended up going to my comic shop this week.
Oh, you did? You did end up going.
I actually went yesterday.
How'd that go?
I behaved. I didn't buy nothing.
Oh, damn.
I'm lying. But I did
tell me you didn't pick up this You didn't pick up this lovely
I
you,
mean,
you didn't pick up this lovely Tales of the Green Lantern Guy Gardner Green
I
Lantern
mean,
Corps.
if we keeping it a bean, you shouldn't have picked up that Tales of the Green Lantern.
I mean, I picked it up because it got
Corps.
John Stewart in it. So there you go. I see
Uh,
John Stewart, I make purchases.
but I went in there for one reason. I went in there for one reason, and it's because of what you held up. It was because I was looking for Comics the Magazine, which, to my surprise, I think is doing relatively well because that motherfucker was sold out at my shop. All they had was issue 2. They did not have issue 3. I don't know if they just didn't order that many or no. Everybody came in there and snatched up issue 3 quick, fast because I guess they saw what you saw. And they liked what they saw. But I did hear one of the people that run the shop. They were talking about the top 10s, and they were in the back of the issue of this week's issue. And when they told me a few of them, I said, "Yeah, tomorrow it'll be a real interesting conversation." So, with you being the guy that has Comics the Magazine number 3 in your possession,
I do.
Can you tell everybody the ins and outs of issue 3 before we even get to the nastiness? Is what I would call it.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, what did you just see in there? What did you just see?
No, it's so they have an art school thing in every issue, right? And one of the things I always love, I love a good light and shadow lesson. And basically what they did was they did so you have this is basically you're showing you how light and shadow are supposed to work when you're doing your art. It's something that like it's an easy thing for people to overlook when it comes to like there's little subtle nuances. Like case in point, you look at here, you look at the like the little sphere that is at the top right here. And I was showing you like the different stages of light. Like you got the highlight, which is that little white piece right here. It's got the half tones, which it's those little black and white dots, or really black dots that you usually see when you read a comic. But the other thing is you've got like obviously the actual like core shadow, and then like how you have along the edge like there'll be like the little hatches along the outside of a shadow, and it's explaining like that's the reflected light, and then like how you get that little sliver of like no shadow at the very edge right before you get to the edge of the line art, like explaining how that is the reflected light. And then obviously the shadow underneath is well, I should probably hold, but the shadow at the bottom is the cast shadow. But you talk about like right there, see that little like that little white space between the shadow and the line art, that's the reflected light. I like it. There's little nuance shit that like, honestly, unless you like watch a YouTube video or you went to art school, you probably wouldn't know. Or if you just read a lot of comics, you probably figure it out. You'd know, but you wouldn't know why.
This art school is a really good art school is what I'm hearing.
Very, very.
Okay.
Very, very, very. And you're also showing, also in showing it in practice. Like outside of the circle itself, but showing you like, okay, like when you look at somebody's face, like, because I don't know, most people know, like, so like whenever I draw like,
do this for me. Do this for me.
Yeah. What you got?
Take the
here,
one. Take the one when you show that.
I will. I'll kind of show you. So, like for me, a lot of times what I'll do when I'm drawing, I'll put like a circle to kind of denote where light is coming from, so that way, like, I kind of know where the shadows should be. So, like on this, like. Where this guy's face right here, I would have a circle like over like here somewhere to kind of let me know like, okay, he's going to be completely light on this side. He's going to have shadow coming down on this side.
Okay.
That type of thing. And also like how it works. Like you look at the lady's costume here on this page, notice how like, not everything is, completely in shadow. Like you see how like on the edges, you've got that reflection of light, and you've also got like it's little like
cool.
Like I said, it's little nuance shit that like you could read comics for 1,000 years, and if you never really like engaged with like making your own art, I could see a world where like you would know these things, but you wouldn't know why you know these things. It would just be like if you tried to draw, you would probably try and replicate it, not thinking about it. It's like that's like art school shit. That's like art school shit. Like I mean, which is appropriate because the segment's called art school. But like I like the, you know, when we were talking about, you know, this being what Wizard Magazine should have been, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about, where like I feel like they're actually adding things that are helpful. Not to say Wizard didn't have helpful shit, because I mean, to be fair, Wizard did. Yeah, I don't expect a lot of people to remember this. Wizard actually did do a compilation of all like the little art and I guess what's the best way to put it? Like kind of a similar thing, but like, you know, they would have like professionals from within the industry, same as this, you know, telling you how to do shit. And they did compile those into actual books, but you can't find those books anymore. But no.
Okay.
So I wanted to get to this, you know, to get to these, oh man, these power rankings.
I was gonna ask you, the cover this week was Ninja Turtles. What were they talking about with the turtles?
So basically what you got is, oh man, so here, let me take this to, so they have an interview in here with Kevin Eastman, which is why they have the Kevin Eastman version. It's not like this isn't the like the current IDW Turtles.
Gotcha.
With Freddie
Okay.
Freddie E.
Okay,
Williams II and Gene Luen
Gene
Yang.
Wang.
This is
Yeah,
basically
okay.
this is basically an interview with Kevin Eastman, kind of going through how the turtles came together and like the evolution of, you know, what they were to what they ultimately became. Now, Gene is technically in this interview. There is actually like a part where it's not the whole interview. It's predominantly Kevin Eastman, but there is a part towards the end where they do ask questions of, or I think Gene gets to kind of chime in. Because basically what they did is, and I actually like this part of it. So here, just real quick, I'm gonna take the one again just to show you all this.
Go ahead.
So you have the how to create the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but then like after we get through the interview with Kevin, we get a how to steward the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is where they're going to be talking to, you know, people who have worked on the Turtles since Kevin Eastman. Though I was a little bit disappointed. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't talk to, talk to like Sophie Campbell or, oh god, why am I blanking on dude's name? That's going to eat me alive for like the next like 2 million years. But yeah, like, yeah, the people who were like the people who were basically there, you know, in the over the last like little bit, yeah, and how they basically kind of helped bring those turtles into an era that Tom Waltz, that was the name. I was thinking about Tom Waltz. Jason Aaron, too. I'm actually shocked they didn't talk. Yeah, I was thinking like even further back than like Jason Aaron. I'm talking like, with like Tom Waltz was who was on Turtles. The initial IDW run is who I was thinking about. But no, I like it. It's a really good interview. It's like some of it's stuff I kind of already knew because if you've ever like just deep dove into like Ninja Turtles, like, you know, history and shit. There's also a whole documentary about, you know, the creation of the Ninja Turtles. So there, like, if you haven't seen that documentary, you're definitely gonna, you know, see some shit that you probably don't know. Which I also do recommend if you've never seen the doc. I also highly recommend that documentary. But it's one of those like if you are a Ninja Turtles fan, it is that documentary is I'd say it's required read. It's called Turtle Power, the definitive history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If anyone is curious. But no, I want to get to these power rankings. First off,
let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Man, these power rankings are diabolical.
Which one are we talking about first? Because I know they do multiple.
So we got the top. We got the pull box power rankings. There's also the top 10 cover artists. They have top 10 interior, and then they have top 10 writers. We're gonna start with the pull box power rankings.
So
This
pull
is
box,
yeah.
we're blaming the people. Top
Yeah.
10 artists and stuff, we blaming the motherfuckers that make the book.
Yeah, we blaming them because they picked them. They picked them.
All right, let's hear these pull box.
Yeah. So, and just real quick, I just want to make a caveat here. So, just so y'all know, pull box power rankings are based on pre-order and subscription data from over 60,000 consumers across more than 500 comic shops. This ranking is compiled from single issue comic sales data gathered by Prana Direct Market Solutions using point of sale information provided through the Managed Comics and Comic Shop Assistance POS systems. So basically, this shit is the closest thing you're gonna get to having like actual sales data. So these are books that like it's not just books that people liked, it's books that people bought the fuck out of. So let's start with it. Top 10.
I think I know. You going 10 first or 1 first?
You know what? Let's start with 10. Let's start with 10.
Okay.
What do you? Let me. You know what? I'm curious because you know. What do you think was the number 10 book? I'm curious to see, like, because you're based on the previous issues.
Pull box shit.
Yeah, because it was always it. Actually, no. I tell you what. It was always a nasty title that would always kind of be like lingering around the bottom. But this week, that's not the case.
I couldn't say. I can't say the book, but I'll give you an imprint. I already got an idea of what number 1 would be, but I want to say let's say for the sake of conversation, number 10 is something from Marvel.
Okay,
that's what that's all I can give you. I can't specify a book.
So number 10, Absolute Martian Manhunter.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah. I think this is the lowest I've ever seen an Absolute book. But I think it's probably because, wait a minute. Did Absolute Martian Manhunter, didn't it like drop its last, did it already drop its last issue? No, they're taking a break. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. What was the most recent issue of it? Because I don't keep up with Absolute Martian Man. So their most recent, wait a minute. They dropped issue 10. I thought they were done at 10 or
no, it was so originally.
Or is it not going to be Dennis Can?
No. Originally, it was just supposed to be 6, and it got extended. So I think it's getting 12. So we got 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I think they said one of the next like absolute like whatever the fuck things is supposed to happen. Martian Manhunter is supposed to be like the impetus for it. So okay, whatever. Number 9.
What we got?
Batman. Adjectiveless. Yeah, this is the Fraction Batman, which I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I haven't been talking about it lately, but his Batman's actually been solid. It's been solid. Like it's like I tell you what, it is gonna sound nasty as fuck, but and I want Chip Zdarsky to know this is not personal. It's definitely going better. His Fractions run is definitely going better than the previous Batman run. I would even go as far as say the previous Batman runs of the last few years. Number 8.
Let me hear it.
Adjectiveless X-Men. Jed MacKay's X-Men.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of fell off that book.
Martian Manhunter is not crossing over with Absolute Bat Spicy. They're going to do something where it's going to be Absolute Superman that's going to do that first, since we already had Wonder Woman. The most recent issue of Absolute Superman, I heard people having a conversation about it in my shop about, because apparently they just introduced Black Adam in Absolute Superman, Ernie, but it's actually he's King Shazam in this one. But they ended up fighting and going through Gotham. So yeah, it's not going to be Manhunter. It's going to be Absolute Bat first.
Okay. Well,
or not first, but all right.
Speaking of Superman, number 7 is Absolute Superman. I do find it interesting that the Absolute books, which normally sat at the very, very tip top of the list, have dipped. That's and I'm not even done yet with Absolute, because number 6 is Absolute Wonder Woman. Travesty. So that is an Absolute book at 6, 7, and 10. These books normally would sit at like 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A lot of the time. So because does that mean that the new car smell is wearing off of the
Not if number one is what I think it is.
Oh, it probably
That's
is.
just it's going to confirm what I said. But let's keep going. What's number 6? What number 6?
No, Absolute 6 was Absolute Wonder Woman.
Okay, Absolute.
Yeah.
You flubbed, but that was actually a good flub. Absolute 6 was Absolute Wonder Woman. That was actually
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I mean, so I think this might be a typo.
Uh-oh.
Because
what's number 5?
So you know how earlier I said number 9 was Batman?
Yeah.
So is number 5. I guess Batman sold so well it's working 9 to 5.
I'm assuming if that is a typo and y'all didn't catch that before getting put to print, that is nasty. But I'm gonna go ahead and assume, because from other lists that I've seen done like this, when they show like the top sales, it's talking about issues.
Yeah,
not just
this is talking about.
I'm gonna hope that number 5 is just a specific issue of that Matt Fraction Batman.
They don't say. Well, so the way they listed, they said top 10 titles.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it was maybe they meant a different Batman book, like, because you said Dark Patterns had already wrapped up, right?
That's been done. That's what the trade's out. The trade is out.
So trade's out, so it's not Dark Patterns. So maybe they meant Detective Comics at one point and just put Batman. I don't know, man.
That's even nasty if y'all did that. What's
man.
Number 4? What's number 4?
So number 4, this is when I'm like, really, nigga?
Uh-oh.
Absolute Flash. Did Absolute Flash get good again?
Oh, no.
Did it get good again?
I didn't even finish the first arc.
I finished the first arc and I kind of got a little bit past that, but after that I kind of lost interest. But
you know what, Jeff Lemire, do your thing, big dog. Do your thing. You got the little. You got.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh, what? What you
Wait a minute. No, I saw someone say. Here, let me pull this up.
Yeah.
Someone say, kinda. Kinda. Oh, this was I fell off when they went to the Speed Force. Said low key, it did, honestly.
Hey, you got Jeff Lemire on it, so it should be something.
Yeah.
It just didn't hold my interest. We got our little Bubbles variant of
bro.
Let me not. I'm okay, number 4. Y'all do, apparently he picking up. Shout out to Jeff Lemire, I guess. What's number 3?
Number 3 is well, it shouldn't shock anybody. I'm actually surprised it's not higher.
Okay.
DC Marvel Superman Spider-Man. So yeah.
Which one did you say was the better book?
I feel like
didn't you say Spidey was?
Yeah, I think Spider-Man Marvel I felt was the better book. But but I feel like we'll see that on the next Comics and Magazine drop.
Okay.
I feel like when we get to issue 4 of Comics Magazine, we'll see that. Now this number 2 and number 1, absolutely shocking developments.
Okay.
So
let me hear this.
Number 2. Down goes Absolute Batman from his
really?
The Absolute Bat ain't quite that absolute no more. Absolute Batman has fallen to number 2.
You know what it was? I can tell you exactly what it was. I think it's issue. It was either issue 19 or it's issue 20 that's coming. But I don't know because we never talked about this. It's either issue 19 or 20 of Absolute Bats. That motherfucker's gonna have like over 100 variants.
Oh yes.
No, and people had a fucking conniption about this shit. People, my heart. Everybody was having fucking. They was having infarctions. They was having heart palpitations at the fact of having to buy 100 different fucking variant covers. And I think Scott Snyder himself had to come out and say that it's not DC that's just pumping them out. These are all these retailers that sell a shitload of Absolute Batman asking for a variant because they know they're going to be able to sell that variant in their store. So it's more retailers than them is what he was trying to say. But
Yeah.
that book having over I think it was 113 variants, Ernie.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, fuck that, dude. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Yeah. And I do agree. Yeah. Batman is on this list way too much. Like, y'all, please let that.
And guess what? Guess what? Ain't nobody to blame. But y'all asses. Ain't nobody to blame. You know what, Captain Diesel? You can't say that Absolute is starting to cool off and these motherfuckers is in the top 10. They just,
that is
they
true.
Still up there, dog. They still up there, and you have no one to blame.
Here's the thing, though. It is true, though, that like, I think people just look. There's nothing wrong with liking Absolute. I love Absolute. Yeah, I think it's great, but like, I will be the first one to tell y'all, the reasons people like Absolute, they are lying to themselves. Mm-hmm. Because they're saying, oh man, Absolute's doing something new. It's fresh. We ain't never seen anything like this before. It's like, yeah, you have in other books. Read some goddamn comics, y'all.
Spicy lady, I'm gonna need you to never say some shit like that in this chat again. I don't want your fingers to ever grease up your keyboard by saying some dastardly shit as Robert Kirkman was right. Don't you ever in your black life. I don't ever want to see some shit like that. Spoken of, typed of, in your phone real quick. If you watching this on your phone and had the audacity to swipe up for your keyboard just to put Robert Kirkman was right, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself, woman.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Somewhere Robert Kirkman is like, huh? Did someone say something nice about me? No, to be fair though, I will give credit where credit is due. He wasn't entirely wrong. He wasn't entirely wrong.
Okay.
So
Absolute. Okay. Bruce Lesnar himself went down to the doo-doo number. He's number 2. What is number 1? I have to hear this one.
I honestly don't know how this happened. I know how it happened. I know how it happened. I know.
What is this? What's number 1?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Give me the 1.
Yeah.
It was him. It was him. Hold up, goddammit. Hold up. Him. I asked y'all asses like last week or 2 weeks back, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? I asked you motherfuckers. Is having a good Spider-Man book worth it? Him. That nigga don't even know why y'all buying it book. Look at him. Look at him.
You're like, man, shit.
Is it worth it? Then I'm over here hollering. Let's look at that goddamn Spider-Man. Look at him. Is it worth it?
Oh god, man! I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. That motherfucker is this. Look, Spidey don't even know why y'all read Spidey right now. That is diabolical. That is diabolical. But you know what? I get it. I get it. I understand it to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's look at our top 10 publishers. Let's see. Let's start from the bottom to the top.
Okay.
Number 10, Mad Cave Studios. Shout out to Mad Cave. Always out here.
I like that.
That's a respectable number.
That's cool. I like that it's on there.
I think that Mad Cave should be a little bit higher, but at the very least, I would have gave it I would have. I don't know, man. Look at this list, man. Mad Cave actually should be at least 3, 4, maybe even 5 points higher. But yeah, that's another story altogether.
Eat Your Young trade came out. I did not know that.
Yes. Okay. So that was my visit to the shop this week, is seeing what trades came out. I was like, bruh, Die Loaded first trade already out. Eat Your Young already out. I was like, God damn, y'all quick with these damn trades. Lord have mercy.
And you know what? Though? I like that though.
Yeah, no.
Like it a lot. Oh my God, I like it a lot.
It makes trade waiting less dangerous to a title, I think.
Yeah.
Where the book hasn't cooled all the way off by the time you get the trade. Number 9 is Titan Comics, which I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm reading.
Conan.
That, of course.
That is literally the house that Jim's built right now. Nobody didn't talk about goddamn Titan, and it just might be a conversation about Conan.
Just Conan. Yeah, just Conan. Just Conan.
You know what? I fuck your head up right now. Do you know what else is at Titan Comics right now? They just don't have a comic for it right now.
What's that?
Prepare yourself. Nigga, do you remember Solomon Kane?
Lord.
Yes, they got Solomon Kane over there.
Not Solomon. You know what? It all
about that goddamn movie, didn't you?
makes sense. Yeah, that is exactly what. Because I'm gonna tell you. So I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because every time that I saw that movie, because I'm gonna tell you what was going on when I first saw that movie. Did you ever watch that show, The Following?
Kevin Bacon, yes, because that's where I saw the actress that played Firecracker on The Boys for the first time. That's what I knew her from. Same.
Yes. Same. So every time I saw Solomon Kane, I would just like, God damn it, The Misadventures of Joe Carroll. Lord, get me up out this motherfucker. I said, no wonder Kevin Bacon can't catch this motherfucker, because he done run off to the dark ages and is out here breaking off demons and monsters and shit. It's diabolical.
Titan Comics, its main, I think its main breadwinner right now is Conan with the Blade Runner books to a lesser extent. They've come out with a gang of them Blade Runner books.
I didn't realize, like, you know what? Can I put some? I want to put some respect. I want to put some. I want to put some respect on Titan Comics, because you know what? There are publishers out there that, you know, sometimes you kind of forget, like, because there's so many of them. Let's just be real. There's so many of them. It's easy to get lost in the sauce and not remember, like, you know, who's all out here doing what. But, yeah, dude, I just realized they do Diablo.
They do that game that you still playing for whatever goddamn reason. They do the DVD comics.
Yeah, girl. Why?
The only reason I even knew about that is because one thing I always see in the bargain bin in my shop is a Dead by Daylight trade about the Legion.
The last nigga to need a comic book. Did they do Doctor Who? I didn't realize they were out here like this. Lord, I see Billy on the cover. Dead by Daylight Hillbilly, the Hillbilly #1. Lord.
Yep. That came out this month, I think.
Yeah. It came out this month. Bruh. I ain't gonna lie. All I'm gonna be thinking about is a motherfucker doing like the whole book to me, it could just be Billy chasing a survivor and just riding on that motherfucker back because he don't know how to aim that goddamn chainsaw.
Godzilla ought to be ashamed of himself. That sounds like such a nasty statement. Dead by Daylight out here pushing issues. Don't let them.
They out here moving weight.
That's fucked up.
But no,
y'all know Ball. This is what your boy Captain Diesel just fixed his lips to say. Y'all know Ball about Vault Comics? Nigga, ain't nobody trying to read that Post Malone Big Rig. Get out of here.
Get Big Rig up out of here.
I'm not reading Post Malone Big Rig, big dog. No.
I mean, look, look. I'm gonna be real with you. So here's the thing. Vault Comics, I like. Man, I will say this. I will say this for them. They did have a book they did have a book that I kind of slick wanted to fuck with,
Better
but
not say money shot. Better not say money shot.
how's the money shot built?
That's what it is.
Yeah,
He's telling on himself. Post Malone, Big Rig, and Money Shot. That brother telling on himself. You better not ever try to shake my hand if you read Money Shot, big dog. We are strictly fist bumping around here. I heard about people. I know about people like you reading goddamn Money Shots.
They had another book. I mean, Money Shot is the book that was in question. But like, I will say, they had another book I always wanted to check out, but I never got around to, called Barbaric. That I don't know, maybe one of these, one of these days, we'll get there.
Yeah. Okay, we got
number 8. Yeah. Number 8. Oni Press. Shout out to Oni Press because they're out here. Oni Press holding it down. Honestly, I'm trying. Though I will say, lately I have been having difficulty thinking of what it is exactly I am reading from Oni Press at this precise moment. Though I will say, Oni Press is slick responsible for that Old Dirty Bastard graphic novel that I really liked.
Really?
Yeah, that was Oni Press.
I didn't know that was them. I didn't know that was them. The only thing I know about Oni Press, and I do apologize for everybody else that it has a book at Oni Press.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim is the only thing I know about Oni Press.
I mean, honestly. Let's keep it a buck. Oni is the house that Scott Pilgrim built. Now, Akugun was also at Oni, but
Out of Alcatraz was at Oni.
Oh yeah, you know what?
And I owned Out of Alcatraz.
You know what? That's fair. I slick forgot about Out. You know what? But here's the thing though.
That's wild.
Here's the thing about that though, and Oni Press does do really good work. Like when they drop books. The thing is, I feel like they always like when they drop a book, you know it's gonna be good. Like they might not drop books like all the time, but when they drop some shit, you know you're gonna enjoy it. Number 7 is the house that Kieran Gillen and James Tynan IV built. Boom Studios, or rather Boom Entertainment.
Okay.
For their respective Once and Future and Something's Killing the Children series. Boom's been doing pretty solid work. Also, the house that the Power Rangers also helped. They also helped build that house. The house that Kyle Higgins helped build.
You remember when I told you I went to the shop and I behaved and I didn't buy nothing? I lied.
You lied. This
Crocodile Black, Philip Kennedy Johnson. The reason I'm even bringing it up in the first place is because it's from Boom.
Yeah,
this is a Boom book.
I forgot
it was only $5. It was only $5.
It was only $5. I mean,
it was in the bargain bin. I
forgot that was collected in trade. I need to give me one of them. Number 6 is the house that Mike Mignola built. Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse Comics out here, and they've actually I will say Dark Horse which they've kind of become like a kind of like a place where you can find like a lot of really good like licensed books. That Dark Horse is where you're gonna get like your Stranger Things and Cyberpunk 2077 books, and also like a lot of other stuff. They do more than just those. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that where Black Hammer comes out of?
Yes,
Dark
it
Horse?
is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, let's say. And then and if I'm not
American
mistaken,
Caper apparently is where is with Dark Horse as well. That's the comic that was written by Dan Houser. That's who was at Rockstar, who did the GTA games for a bit.
Yes.
And yes, Sir Yuri G, there is a book really named Money Shot. It's about sex astronauts fucking to save the planet. Ask Captain Diesel; he'll tell you all about it. He said he knows ball. He knows ball. Apparently, with ball. Please go ahead. And Ianu.
Ianu is also there. Yes. Ianu and I was literally thinking about one, but then you said Money Shot and it made me giggle, so I forgot the other one that I was thinking about. Minor Threats. Minor Threats is also.
Shit. I thought that was Boom.
Yeah. No, that's Dark Horse.
Okay.
Now here's another one, and I think I know why this one is here. Number 5.
Okay.
Dynamite. The house that Vampirella and Red Sonja built, but also now the home that Disney done built. Disney and Warner Brothers took over. The house that Boomerang took over. Because because between the new, also shout out to here I want to drop a bomb for Ben 10, which by the way I don't know if you know this, was already scheduled for a second print before it even came out. Y'all pre-ordered the fuck out that book. So yeah, Ben 10 I think is officially back, and I think is going to get a pretty generous long runway.
How do you feel about that first issue?
Okay, so I'm a full disclosure. While I joke a lot about Ben 10 and things of that nature, I'm not like the biggest Ben 10 guy. Like I like Ben 10. Like I don't have a whole heap of a lot of nostalgia for it though. Like it was something I came to way later in life. Like it was not. Well, I mean, it was on the air still because they had reboots and shit. But like the original series, I saw well after it originally came out. But I liked the first issue. I liked it a lot. I thought that it hit the marks that I cared about. And I'll also go as far as to say that I think between the combined might of Ben 10, Thundercats, as well as the Disney villains Gaston and Ursula series running right now, and then you've also got the Thundercats Silverhawks crossover popping off right now. Yeah, Dynamite's in a pretty good position right now.
And let me just say this real quick when it comes to Ben 10, because I've seen a lot of people that do not like that.
Oh, and Space Ghost. Space Ghost.
Yes, Space Ghost. Yes.
How dare I forget about Space Ghost?
But to the people that don't like that first issue of Ben 10, I think what you all did was what I did. Only difference is I didn't hold it against the book because that was something that I did myself. I think a lot of you all didn't like that first issue of Ben 10 because you see that it is basically doing the beginning of the series. I think a lot of fans of Ben 10 are kind of like Ernie. They saw episodes here and there of the original, but a lot of y'all liked Alien Swarm and I think or like Alien Force. You all liked it when Ben and Gwen were older. Then they had the other little homeboy that was with them, where it became more like a young adult series, but it was a lot more serious. So I think a lot of you all just wanted it to be that. But you see, we doing that. We doing that Toonami Dragon Ball Z. We going all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah,
so I think that's what a lot of y'all did, and that's why you all don't like it, because you all put it in your head there was going to be a continuation. It's not.
Well, the thing is, and I feel like if anyone watched that interview I did with Joe Casey, the writer of the series and co-creator of Ben 10, with Man of Action, he literally said it's not a continuation of the original series. This is This is for people. This is not just for the people who are fans of Ben 10. It's for people who maybe don't know who Ben 10 is. This is going to be, and while yes, it is starting at the beginning. I mean, honestly, how is anybody shocked? All of the Dynamite licensed books have done that. Why did they think Ben 10 was going to be different? Thundercats did it. Now, I will say the only one that didn't was Gargoyles, and that's only because it's Greg Weisman, and he just wanted to. He didn't want to retell the story that he had done before. He wanted to continue it from everything he'd already done. He is the exception, not the rule. All of the other books, Thundercats, Space Ghost, Silverhawks, all of those books started from the beginning. And I think a lot of the matter of fact, now Supernatural and Buffy and Angel are going to be a little different. Supernatural starts kind of like, I think it's in between season 1 and 2.
Yes.
And then Buffy, they haven't said specifically where Buffy's going to start, but it's already been said that Buffy is not going to be at the end of the series. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. Like it's probably going to be somewhere between.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not starting that.
I thought they were going to try to do
Boom did.
Yeah, well, you just it's these characters. What we doing with the fuck we want to do?
No. It's Buffy and Angel. They're picking up some, like they haven't said specifically where, but basically it's gonna be somewhere in the middle of the series, like a place where it makes sense, I guess, for you. Which that part I actually kind of wish either they would just start over or continue, but that's another story. Okay. Number 4.
Let's hear it.
The house that Transformers built, IDW. IDW, which by the way, IDW's out here. They've been doing really good. Actually, now we can't even say Transformers. Now this house is Samantha Strong done built. And them turtles. But no, IDW out here beneath the trees where nobody sees, Rite of Spring, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
IDW's been handling business. Good to
Mhm.
see them there. Number 3. And you know what? This is where we're going to get into the conversation about why it's called the Big 3.
Okay.
Because number 3 is Image Comics.
Okay.
Not surprising. Honestly, I think it would be weird if Image Comics were not in the top 3. Like, yeah, just kind of...
Yeah.
Like, I would be more shocked if they were like 4, 5, or 6. I think they deserve to be higher than 3, but that's another story altogether. Carter, who do you think is at number 2?
Marvel. Absolute is
You-
too fucking strong. Absolute is too strong.
You are correct.
Yeah, Absolute is too strong.
Also, Marvel, I ain't gonna hold you. Some of them books.
That's my point. I think it's a combination of Absolute is too strong, and people are they don't give and with all due respect to Gail Simone, I think
Yes.
Marvel being number 2 is just a combination of Absolute is too strong. Nobody give a fuck about what's going on with X books right now because of just
No.
X mutant fatigue as a whole.
They wore that shit out. They somehow
Yeah, man.
did it. They somehow figured out a way.
Like case in point, there was a book that came out this week that Ernie and I talked about. I want to say Wednesday when we were trying to go over specifics of what we were going to talk about today. She Spawn was not on that list. I'm just as shocked as y'all is. But
Yeah.
one book that I brought up to Ernie that came out this week from Marvel was Civil War Unmasked. Now, when I saw that was coming out and I saw it on the shelf, I think a lot of you all may have assumed, oh, they just re-releasing issue number 1 of Civil War for whatever reason they like to do this. Wrong. That book it takes place in the middle of the Civil War shenanigans. Spoiler alert for that comic, because I don't give a fuck. It's Christos Gage. I've hated him since Superior Spider-Man Volume 2. So the long and short of it is Tony goes to have a conversation with with Emma Frost to get the mutants and X-Men on his side of the Civil War with the Superhuman Registration Act. She turns him down. In the process of Tony going to his car, because if you remember in Civil War, the mutants were neutral in the whole thing.
Right.
So in the process of Tony going to his car, who hiding in the bushes and want to have a conversation? Lucas Bishop. And Lucas Bishop proceeds to he gets Tony to fix his old time machine, and he takes Tony to his time period to basically show Bishop is basically showing Tony, if the Superhuman Registration Act doesn't go through, there's a whole thing that the government is trying to do that's going to be worse. So we have to make sure that this goes through. And then they fight a Nimrod, and then they go back to regular time. So yeah, that's what this is. It's literally, hey, these are the stories that you didn't know about that happened between Civil War. Because the next issue apparently is going to go into why Peter made the decision to join Tony and unmask, even though I thought that was already fucking explained in the Spider-Man book during Civil War.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
So that's why you ain't number 1, Marvel, because you got to go back to Civil War. The only reason your head is above water right now is because of Amazing Spider-Man. But I'm gonna ask y'all again: is it worth it?
I don't think
to have a good Spider-Man book. Look at the table right now.
Honestly, I think y'all wished on a monkey's paw.
The biscuits are good. The chicken is raw. The mashed potatoes is cold. They didn't wash
in the middle.
Greens. They didn't wash the greens at all. Is it really worth it?
It is not. I am personally here to tell you it is not worth it. And that's just me. So
number 1, to the surprise of no one, DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to the surprise of no one, it's DC. The house that Absolute built.
Yeah.
Look.
Here's what I want from you.
Oh god.
Top 10 imprints is cool. Top 10 pull box is cool. I want to know about those writers and artists because that's what sent you up a fucking wall last time we had a conversation about this.
And I ain't gonna hold you. They did not do well this week or this month. So, first off, this is a violation. This is a violation off top.
Okay.
Number 10 in writers.
Of what? Okay.
Kelly Thompson. This is a violation. This is a violation.
Ew,
she should be higher.
what?
Kelly Thompson should be so much higher, but yeah, okay. All right.
You know what? I want you to finish this list. I got to hear this.
So
who's over Kelly Thompson?
So Joshua Williamson dropped down to 9.
You should switch that.
Yeah, I feel like Kelly should be above Joshua. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that 100%. Kelly should be number 9, but I'm saying no. Kelly absolutely should be over Joshua Williamson.
Yeah, no, she should be so much higher. Honestly, I like looking at this list. I'm like, she should at least be number 5, at least minimum. Number 8, Jason Aaron, who is up from last month. Because I think he was like number 9 or 10 last month or something like that.
He's doing Absolute Superman and
Bug Wars is on hiatus right now, but it's coming back. Because they announced the comeback. And he also has Thundar the Barbarian, which I think.
So Thundar and
Absolute
Thundar and Absolute Soups. Okay, you know what? He should be low. I would say that. Okay,
I would bump. I love Jason. I'd have bumped him down just a little bit on this one, just because the body of work that I'm seeing coming out of some of these other folks is a little bit higher. Matt Fraction is still sitting strong at number 7, which I actually think Matt should be up a little bit higher. That Batman is hitting. You know what?
Okay.
Should I say it?
I don't know about that. Okay. What?
I am enjoying his Batman a little bit more than Absolute Batman. I'm not gonna hold you.
What's number 6?
Number 6 is Jeff Lemire.
Y'all like Absolute Flash that much, big dog?
So apparently, Firestorm might be.
I forgot about Firestorm. I did.
Yeah, the Fury of Fire. I forgot that was. I forgot that was him. I thought it was somebody else that was on. I mean, to be fair, I didn't have any. Once I saw which Firestorm it was gonna be, I was immediately disinterested. So, like the second I saw, which one, I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. But no, this is actually Jeff Lemire breaking into the list. So. For this month, I think he was on the previous month, or not the previous month, the month before that. But this is he's breaking back into the list this month. Now the next one is actually in the exact same spot from last month, and that's Jed MacKay.
Ain't no way.
I think Jed MacKay should be lower. Jed got to be lower. I'm sorry. I need Jed. Jed should be
Moon Knight, and Lord knows how long. I most certainly ain't read X-Men longer.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. I would put wait, Jed was what, number 4 or number 5?
5. He's number 5.
That's number 5. I would be putting Matt Fraction at 5.
Yeah.
Kelly Thompson would be under Fraction.
Yeah, I would put Kelly. I would
do Fraction and Kelly. Yeah, I do Fraction and Kelly. Ain't no way Jed MacKay is up there. Okay, what's number 4?
Number 4, and he is up from last month. Dennis Camp.
Okay.
Which I give it. Because honestly, I'm looking at the total body of work, not just Ultimates, but also looking at assorted Crisis events, and
he also had a Vertigo book come out as well.
Yes.
Bleeding
Dennis is
Heart, I think is what it was called.
I think that's correct. I mean, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with Dennis at number 4. I can live with this. Number 1, 2, and 3. I'm not gonna hold you. I have difficulty with, but
okay. Well, hey, do it like this. We finna be ugly with it. Rapid fire. 3, 2, 1.
Joe Kelly, Robert Kirkman, Scott Snyder.
Ain't
3,
no way.
2, 1. And here's the thing. So Robert Kirkman is up,
No.
but Joe and Scott are in the exact same places. And I'm gonna tell you right now, look, I
Dog,
think that
Spider-Man, is it worth it?
is it worth it? Like, is this the timeline? Is this the timeline? Okay. Look, no, don't get me wrong. I can tell you why Robert Kirkman is at number 2 is because
Let
the
me hear.
combined might of Void Rivals and Skinbreaker. That is why. That's why he's there. I haven't read Skinbreaker all the way through yet, but yeah.
And I didn't know it was only gonna be the 8 issues, and that was it. But I wanted to
Yeah.
see, because there's a question that is constantly being asked in the chat. No, you didn't call him the Kirkman. We are not making that a
The
thing.
Kirk? The
No.
Kirk?
Yuck.
Ugh,
Yuck.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
But
Hey.
where is G. Willow Wilson?
Yes,
that is nuts.
Cause okay, here, real quick. So I was telling Carter this the other day. A lot of y'all know I fuck with Poison Ivy. And I love G. Willow Wilson's Poison Ivy. I was behind about 10 or 12 issues of Poison Ivy.
Okay.
And so I went ahead, corrected that, got caught up.
Yep.
And I was like, man, there's no way she is not on this list. There is no fucking way G. Willow Wilson's not on this list. Poison Ivy has been consistently good for 4 issues now?
Yeah, it's at 44
consistently
right now.
good.
Dog.
Consistently good. How is she? Come on,
Come
bro.
on, y'all.
You know what
I'ma
it
keep
is? They
Okay.
hate Islam. That's why. They hate Islam. That's why.
Here's what I'll say. And I know that you are a fan of him. I know this.
Yes.
Listening to that list that you just gave us, there is a name to me that does not deserve to be on that list
Mm-hmm.
in any way, shape, or form. I don't care. There is no way you can argue for that name being on this list. And that name is Jed McKay. Ain't no way in hell Jed McKay should be on this list and G. Willow Wilson was right there. You can't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Jed used to be the golden boy to me. Jed was the golden boy to me for a long time. His Moon Knight was goated. I even thought his Vengeance of Moon Knight up until that last couple of issues was okay. But like X-Men has been on a downward trajectory for me. Avengers has been and I can't remember. There's another book that he's on that I'm blanking on at the moment, but like
no highlight.
Yeah.
Joe Casey is right.
Joe Casey, yes. Yeah.
Not Joe Kelly.
Now, don't get me wrong. Joe Kelly was also if I remember correctly, Man of Action. I forget everybody that was involved in Man of Action, but the core group of them, Joe Kelly was a part of that group. Yeah, because it was Joe Casey, Joe Kelly, Duncan Rouleau, and Stephen T. Siegel, and Justin Kent, and Stephen Murphy. They were also. Oh, thanks, man.
Dude.
Man, look at my wife take it. Wife got me 7 brew. Lord.
Let me. I want to say this again.
That woman loves me.
There's one book that Ernie forgot to bring up here. When it comes to Kirkman, I will say I do kind of agree he's being lifted heavily by Invincible because Ernie brought up Skinbreaker. Ernie brought up what else did you bring up? You said Skinbreaker and what else?
Void Rivals.
And Void Rivals. There's a book you forgot about. Battle Beast.
Oh yeah. Okay, you know what?
Battle Beast is a thing. So
you know what? That
makes sense.
That is why. Kirkman being as high as he is, I'm willing to give that. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think the only reason Scott Snyder's at the top is Absolute Batman. That's it. I promise.
Wait. That's the reason I didn't bring it up. I thought that was obvious.
Yeah, well, no. That's obvious. But the thing is, I feel like Absolute Batman is hard carrying Scott Snyder, and I feel like
it is hard carrying DC.
It is.
Which is
it really is.
What did I tell you all several weeks ago when it came to the Absolute conversation? Everybody's such a big fan of Absolute. Wrong. everybody is a fan
Of
of
Absolute Batman.
Absolute Batman. I said
Mhm.
this verbatim, word for word, bar for bar. And all this is doing is proving me right. I will give all the love in the world to Joe Kelly. Cause god damn, apparently you just didn't completely turn Spider-Man around.
I mean, no,
Good
shout out to him.
lord.
Like to be
But
consistently on that,
yeah, like god, you getting your flowers this go around, boy. Goodness.
Oh man,
But
look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Marvel ain't ever taken that motherfucker. They ain't ever taken Joe Kelly off that goddamn book.
till you're 50.
Man, that man. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all know Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly gonna be on that book in perpetuity. That man is gonna be writing Amazing Spider-Man.
I can't wait to
That-
see the tweet
From the-
or the thread post of him getting the Ben Percy and Philip Kennedy Johnson exclusivity deal. I done signed an extra couple years with Marvel. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay swinging from building to building.
That man gonna be in the goddamn old folks home writing
yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man at this point.
Till you're 90. But again, I cannot stress this enough. Jed McKay should not be on this list.
No, he should.
I would
Gale or G.
absolutely
Willow
give
Wilson.
that shit. Honestly,
Actually, you know what? I'd take Josh
Honestly,
Williamson
Ernie,
off. Yeah. Gale
I
and
would
G
not
should both be on there.
and this is just me. This is just me. I would put G. Willow Wilson over Gale for the main reason of look how many issues that Poison Ivy is.
Oh, no, 100%.
I want to keep it a buck here.
Yeah.
Gale is good, but Gale is also on X-Men. X-Men ain't going nowhere.
No,
G.
of course
Willow
not.
Wilson did something unheard of. Not really, but I think you all get what I mean.
Yeah.
That book should not be 44 fucking issues.
It wasn't supposed to go past 12.
The fact that she is putting that kind of story in that book to constantly have y'all ass going and adding it to your pull list, picking it up off the shelf, adding it to your tablet, adding it to your phone, like that is insane.
Crazy.
So no, that woman absolutely deserves to be on that goddamn list. Especially if you put Jed McKay on that motherfucker. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, honestly, Jed McKay and Josh Williamson, I would have completely taken them off this list. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, we can't all honestly, dude, I'm shocked Stephanie Phillips didn't make this list because her Daredevil's been pretty good. Pretty good. I've been enjoying that Daredevil. It's just an issue. Yeah, new issue came out this week.
I didn't know a new issue came out this week.
Yeah. I got it right here.
Okay.
Daredevil number 2. And this issue was actually really good. It was a really good issue of Daredevil. It's kind of funny though, because Matt has a dumb moment. Because I told you about what happened in the first issue, right? How like there's like a new villain that's like telling him that Matt Murdock is fated to die very soon.
Yeah.
Matt has a dumb.
Okay.
It takes him a while to realize that dude said Matt, not Daredevil. Like he spends a good chunk of that second issue like obsessing over the fact that Daredevil is gonna die and pays no mind to the fact that dude did not say Daredevil.
Now you just gave that one her flowers, and I'm finna go ahead and slap them motherfuckers on the floor. What?
Well, no, it was a dumb plot point, but I love how he came to the realization. To be fair, he did just land on top of a car, so I mean, I'll give him a little bit of grace. But no, it's how he discovers, like how like is because he figures it out because of his because I told you he's a teacher now. He's teaching law. I think he's teaching at Empire State, but I can't remember exactly. So I don't want to say. But basically, he's teaching people about contract law.
Yeah.
And they started talking about how, like, if you have an alias, or you have, like, if you're like a vigilante, you have like an identity, and then you have like your secret identity. And they started talking about how, like, a person who signs this, can they legally be held accountable for a contract they signed under a vigilante alias? And that's how he ends up coming. It was a stupid plot twist, but I was like, I give Stephanie points for making it interesting. What I will say though,
Yeah.
I'm also shocked. Speaking of Stephanie's, I'm shocked Stephanie Williams has not made it on this. Actually, no, I'm not shocked. Not for anything bad. I'm not shocked because I feel like this is a very white publication, and I don't see no brothers and no sisters on this. I ain't gonna hold you. If there's any criticism that I have of Comics Magazine, you can tell that these motherfuckers only read books by white people. Anyway, moving on to top 10 interior artists. Okay, all right. Number 10, Jesus Size, who was on Carnage. Eddie Brock Carnage. Also did the Punisher. Jason Aaron Punisher, which I've always been a good fan of Jesus. So I think Jesus could go up a little bit higher.
You done brought up the one Punisher run. Motherfucker can't stand.
I love that shit. Oh, I loved it till it ended. Like, I didn't like that weird
I wonder
world.
if Benjamin Percy is ever going to touch on that at
I don't
any
think he
point in
is.
this run. Because
I
I
don't
don't,
think he
I don't, the weird world stuff, the fact that Maria is just somewhere out in them streets and pregnant. I wonder if
And it's
Ben's
like,
going to touch on that.
and you know what's crazy about that is that Jason Aaron literally created a reason for the Punisher to no longer even want to do what he does. I was like, okay, bet. So Scott Williams, who's on, I think he's on Amazing Spider-Man. That's who's at number 9. Man, okay, first off, get this motherfucker off here. Get this motherfucker off this list. Number 8 is Jim Lee. This motherfucker ain't even regularly on a book, and they didn't put Jim Lee on this motherfucking list. And you know why, Carter? Do you know why they put him on here?
Yeah, because of Hattush. Ain't that why? Hattush.
Because of that goddamn Marvel DC Marvel fucking crossover. That's why he's on here.
I tell you another reason they put him on here. Do you know that they? I think I told you this. They re-released the Absolute Soup Bat Wonder Woman Volume 1's hardcovers strictly with Jim Lee covers.
See, I don't like him being on this list for that. Like, I'm sorry, but get him out of here. Get him out of here. Also, wait a minute. Until that motherfucker can finish Hattush, I don't want to see him on this list. Sorry, but not sorry. Number 7.
Never be on this. He should never be on this list then, because I don't want Hattush finishing no time.
Man, what you just said?
Out of here.
What you just said? No, but number 7 is Neto Diaz, who I like Neto. I feel like Neto was actually new on this list too. Every artist I just named thus far and the artist I'm about to name next, all 4 of them are new to this list for this month.
That's cool. At least we're getting some new blood in there. I do like that. I do like that.
I mean, that is good, but I wish one of them new bloods was some goddamn old blood.
No, that I agree with. I just need them to do that new blood to writers and shit.
Now, why I feel like I'm playing goddamn Bloodborne DLC, seeing Jim Lee coming out here, fucking old blood ass, fucking old blood hunters in with the new blood. Get this motherfucker up out of here. Anyway, number 6 is also, by the way, for those who don't know, Neto Diaz is on X-Men, in case you didn't know.
Okay.
Rafa Sandoval is at 6. I like Rafa.
Okay.
I like Rafa.
Yeah, that's absolutely Superman right there.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I think of any of the artists that are, because this is, you know what? Okay, I'm not trying to take us sideways, but I'm gonna say this real quick.
Okay.
I was actually talking to Captain Diesel about this the other day. Last night, as a matter of fact, talking about how, like, if you really look at like the Absolute books from a art direction perspective, it's not to say that all the books are, bad or have poor art, but I feel like they put more emphasis on getting good writers on those books as opposed to getting the best artist on those books. Like in some cases, I think they did get some of the best artists, but I feel like the story is usually like the bigger draw of the book than the art in a lot of those books, maybe with the exception of Absolute Superman and Wonder Woman. But that said, guess who number 5 is, and up from last month?
Who was that?
DC Dan Mora. Goodness. Dan Mora at number 5. In this economy, I cannot believe it.
I like it.
I fuck with it though, because while I think Dan Mora is a fantastic artist, I think his art style is not for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those, like, to me, I think his shit is goated. I think his art style is like I would say Dan Mora is probably one of my top 10 favorite artists, like, period. However,
I just don't like when people try to put him in the Greg Land closet of all his characters look the same. I don't like that.
I don't like
that at all.
So yeah, I don't like that. Well, I will say, and I don't know if you caught this, but he did sneak in what was her name? Bridget from Once and Future. He did sneak in Bridget on one of them issues of Superman. Yeah, he did do that shit. But no, I think his art's great. Yeah, I don't think he has same face syndrome the same way people want to claim he does. Like, I mean, yeah, some of his characters do look similar, but I mean, at the same time, there's a lot of people who have that problem, and like Jim Lee's one of them. Y'all's precious Jim Lee. Anyway, Hayden Sherman is on at 4. Some of y'all might know Hayden Sherman is the artist for Absolute Wonder Woman.
That's the
Down
one where
this month.
That's the one where I agree with you in the aspect of you're here for the writing and not the art when it pertains to Absolute Wonder Woman. Because if I had any nitpick about Absolute Wonder Woman, I was not a fan of Hayden Sherman's art. And then I read Dark Patterns. His art works way better in that book. Than Absolute Wonder Woman. I had to get used to his art in Absolute Wonder Woman.
Number 3, Jorge Jimenez.
No, he's always gonna bring you quality.
Yeah, he's always gonna. And the thing is, motherfuckers want to talk some shit about Dan Mora, have that same smoke for Jorge, because their art style is not. I mean, it is different, but not that fucking different. But no, I like Jorge. That's another one of my favorite artists working right now. He's also down from last month.
He's number 3?
He's number 3.
Damn.
Number 1 and number 2 are new entries.
Okay, let me hear this. No, what's number 2?
Number 2, and I actually really like this artist. I'm shocked I don't see his name come up more, and that's Ed McGuinness. Ed McGuinness, who
I can see why you don't see him a lot. His is very extra, I would say.
You know what it is? I feel like his is like a slightly, like, you know how Ryan Otley's art, like, Ed McGuinness and Ryan Otley have very similar art style to me.
Extra.
Yeah, it's very extra. There's a lot of crazy shit going. Now, I will say I appreciate that type of shit because I do love the, like, how they use perspective and, like,
it's their originality
and shit. Yeah, but like I was impressed to see Ed McGuinness in number 2. Now, the one that I wasn't expecting, the one that I was not expecting, is at number 1, Eric Canetti. I think it's how you say his Eric Canetti, I believe is and Eric, for those who may or may not know, Eric is on God, what the fuck book is he? It was one of those recent, like, Batman, not like not mainline Batman, but he was on that was not important, but Skinbreaker is the main. I feel like is one of the main ones that. That I think most people, and honestly, I feel like it's going to be a lot of recency bias in that regard. I'm gonna cover artists. I'm not gonna harp on these too much. Because honestly, all of these motherfuckers are all over the place. Also, man, they fucked up David's name. David Marquez at number 10 on top 10 cover artists. They have Davis Marquez. Rafa Sandoval at number 9.
Okay.
Hayden Sherman at number 8. By the way, all 3 of these are down from last month.
Okay.
David Nakayama at number 7. Still sitting pretty at number 7 as he was the previous month. Get this nigga off here. Get this nigga off my list, okay?
Is it Jim Lee?
Get him off. It is goddamn Jim Lee. Get him off of here. What are we doing? Get this. Why do I feel like Morgan Freeman at the end of Wanted?
Shoot this motherfucker.
Shoot this motherfucker right. I'm just saying, man, dude, get this. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Boo! Boo! Boo this man! Boo! 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 Boo this man! No, but in all seriousness.
Okay, keep going.
Nick Robles at number 5. That's a absolute
flash.
Yes, absolute flash.
Okay.
Ed McGuinness, new to both Nick Robles, Jim Lee, and Ed McGuinness new on this list. Ed McGuinness at number 4.
Okay.
Number 3, 2, and 1, respectively, are all from last month in the exact same spot. So I'll just rail them off real quick. Jorge Jimenez at number 3, Batman, duh. Dan Mora at number 2, duh. And Nick Dragata. I'm like, dude, how is Nick Dragata still number 1? Lord! I feel like
you know what? Okay, it's number 1. It's absolute Batman.
It's absolute Batman. Yeah,
but I know from some people I've seen at both of the comic shops that I go to, it did actually make people want to get other books from Nick Dragota. Like what's that one? I think you said you didn't finish it or you didn't like the end. East of West.
No, I finished East of West. Yeah, I finished East of West.
Okay. So yeah, I think
it's
that's
just been a while.
Making him, yeah, but that's where a lot of people knew his art. So to see that art on the Batman book, it makes them want to go, well, I wonder what else he's done. It is good to say. I think Dan Morris should be higher on interiors, because if you make him high on this, then you're basically just saying you're only good at covers, which is wild to say about Dan Morris. I think Dan Morris should be a little bit higher on interiors. Mikhail Janine, why is he not on this list anymore?
I don't know, dude.
Wild that Mikhail Janine is not on this list.
Look, can I just say, I think I'm gonna have to email these people. I'm gonna have to email, because they do have a section in here. They have a section here that is like a, hey, you don't agree with what we put. I think I might have to email and be like, hey, can we get some brothers and some sisters, some women on these lists? Like,
I did see Sanford Green pop up in the chat. Where's
Sanford at?
I could see Sanford being on here for covers for sure.
Why is Sanford on here? Also, can I ask shit, why am I blanking on this motherfucker's name all of a sudden? The artist for
what's the book?
Oh my god. Marco Takara. Or Mauricio Marcio Takara. I was like, dude, they should be on this goddamn list.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but man, that is, I'm sorry, but dude, they're not. That's diabolical.
There are some spots that are on this.
Tariq Clark, that's another one.
Let me not say spots. I'm going to make it singular.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lee should not. There's some glazing going on to have Jim Lee on these lists.
Because Jim Lee, I'm sorry.
I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm sorry. There is a lot of dick eating on this list to have Jim Lee on it like that. Like, come on now. Come on. It's one of them. Come on now. Come on. Is that the bias section that they had last time? Is that the one? Is that the bias pick? Like, come on now.
I'm just saying. Okay, now that said, I do want to get to I want to get to some super chats
Let's go.
before we move it on.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to here, let's go here. Bam. Let me get my boy Poe Archery Creative Movement LLC here with the 10. Says solidarity and love to the cave. The two phenomenal brothers, Ernie and Carter, in the Blerd community haven't been able to sit in, but wanted to show love. Thank you for that. Thank you for that 10. I appreciate you also. I've been chit-chatting with my boy. For those unfamiliar, this is Antoine Mitchell, the creator, the writer, the artist, the everything for Sankofa's Embrace. Fantastic comic. And I've been he and I have been chit-chatting here and there. We usually always hit each other up talking about shit, bullshit, and talking about comics and whatnot. And my boy's out here. He's out here putting to work. Y'all should see some of this wild shit that he's doing, man. Go follow Poe Archery on Threads. Dude's out here doing amazing shit. We also got Gokon Freeman with the 5s says, Indari Monroe really Kamehameha her daughter through multiverse. So yeah, for those, this is in reference. This is a reference to the Storm series that's going on right now. Said OG Mama was going easy on her princess. So for those who missed it, that was a thing that happened. I think a lot of people kind of found it out because of Dan Exclaims. Shout out first off, is Dan in here? I don't know if Dan's in here right now, but shout out to the homie Dan Exclaims. That's the homie right there. Dude. I love that guy. Absolutely, down to earth dude who's just so cool. So. It just really all around just a hilarious motherfucker. And not an actual robot, by the way. I don't know who needs to hear this. I caught that. I caught that at first. I caught that. Okay. I caught you on that, Shadow Sonic. I saw what you did there. I saw what you did.
Everyone, for everybody who don't know what's going on in Storm currently, yes, the Blerd Without Fear should not be complaining about diversity books at DC Comics, because right now in the Storm book, which is written by a black man, Murewa Ayodele.
That is Murewa. Yep.
Storm is currently, and I'm not joking when I say this, she's in the DC universe right now.
Yes,
so
she is.
Ernie got what he wanted. Black writer, black book at DC. Ernie got what he wanted.
More or less. Like at this point now, we can no longer say that DC does not have any black superheroes because and I'm trying to I'm looking to see if I can I'm going to my
the pocket saying okie doke. I mean, that's what it was.
Storm
is literally at the Storm chilling at the source wall right now fighting. So I mean,
and the thing is that's not bullshit. So for those that are wondering what we're talking about, this is an issue 3, I believe, of Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. There's a part where Storm is hanging out with her mother, albeit it's not her actual you know what, Bird Nerd? Thank you for saving it. It says, but it's still not an ongoing DC series. See, there you go, right there.
No. Highlight: they'd rather put Storm in the transfer portal.
Man, I almost spilled my drink. Goddamn it! They say, hey.
So we doing her dirty like that in the league, bro.
So Jim Lee, I can see it now. Jim Lee said, "Hey, Asian man to Asian man, Mr. CB Cebulski, aka Akira Yoshida. We're both Asian men. Let's work together to fix this problem. Can we? Man. We will gladly take Storm up off your hands."
The transfer portal is wild.
Oh, that is diabolical. But no, this is what's going on right here. A lot of people caught this. This is the source wall. This right here, this is the source wall. In case anyone was wondering, in DC Comics, the source wall looks very
beyond the
Very, very, very.
confines of our multiverse, and you just got a wall of motherfuckers just standing there. What else
Yeah.
could it be if you know your comic books? I will say
Yeah.
this though, Ernie. I will say this though.
What
When I
you got? What
saw
you got?
this person, when I saw the person that was behind Storm in this shot right now,
Oh.
when they first introduced themselves,
Oh yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
so because full transparency, Ernie hit me up Wednesday randomly. Nigga, did you read Storm?
Oh.
That's all he said. It's like early in the morning. I was like, huh? It's like 10 in the morning. I'm in court. But nigga, did you read Storm? Didn't know what was going on. And I see this astronaut person. I'm trying to catch up. So I'm like, wait. Is this the Craig from NASA, brother? He's at DC with Storm. That's the first. That's all I thought. That is all I thought. This was the Craig from NASA dude. Or whatever the fuck his name was. So now they at DC together. I bet.
Oh no. I want to share with y'all a conversation I had with Dan. Because Dan, like some of y'all probably have already seen Dan's. Some of y'all probably already seen Dan's video about this. I know a lot of y'all have. But Dan hit me up before he released the video and was like, "Hey, I'm just trying to make sure," because I know you covered Storm pretty extensively. He's like, "Is there anything I've missed as to why she's running around looking like Mr. Negative and hanging out at the source wall?" And I was like, "No, not at all." And he was like, "Huh." Like I'm not bullshitting you. Like this was a. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I want to do this. I want to do this. The justice.
That crown from Hellboy. She does.
Yeah,
did she? The Hellboy horns for real.
Yeah, because here it is right here. He says, "Hey," he said, "Did you read?" He said, "Yo, Ern, did you read Storm Post Underworld? I'm trying to catch up before the mini ends, but I'm trying to find the moment she gets like the Loki crown Mr. Negative looking for." And I was like, "It ain't just you." So as I was like, so here's the sad truth. When I talked to Moreo last year about the future Storm books, before all the Age of Revelation BS happened, he told me he still had like 10 or 15 more issues. So after Age of Revelation, Tom Brevoort downgraded Storm to just 5-issue miniseries. So now Moreo is throwing everything in to try and complete the story so it's not disjointed. As like that's why like it seems like a bunch of random shit's happening, but I was like, it's really what it is. We are just getting this story in fast forward mode is basically what it is. And he was like, "Oh." I was like, yeah. So yeah, there is nothing to miss. Like if you are like a lot of other people and you're like, "Man, how did we get here?" We just did. Yeah, no, that's honestly, yeah, that is the story. Like y'all remember when I did some of my earlier videos for like Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant number 1 and 2, and one of the most common things I kept saying, dude, these books got a lot going on. There's a lot of random shit that's just happening, and that's what it is. It's no filler, all gas, no breaks. And I ain't gonna hold, but I will say this: there's like, while I don't have so much a problem with there being so much shit going on, I will say this, and it's a criticism that I got for Heart of the Darkness number 1, and ever since I got this criticism, I've been hypersensitive to it when I read other people's work. There's a lot of fucking dialogue in these books. It is a shit ton of. Hold on, I want to see if I can find it. So
I found our conversation about Storm.
Oh yeah. Look, like I said, I think that all things considered, I think that I think Murray was doing the absolute best that he can with what he's got. Like honestly, he's in an unenviable scenario. Like honestly, I do not envy his situation whatsoever. But I'm gonna tell you something that I thought was pretty fucking diabolical.
What's that?
It was this fucking panel. I was like, God
that page.
damn. I was like, God damn. I was like,
the one thing Ernie and I had a convo. We had a discussion about it. When he told me, when he gave me some more specifics on what was going on, and I said, "Wow, so it's like some some Benjamin Percy shit that's going on. And if you all can't remember that,
Yeah.
I had the conversation with Benjamin Percy at LA Comic-Con last year, and we were talking about his X-Force run and how that final issue of X-Force just kind of it was like this. It was like this.
It was a lot of this.
And it was just kind of mushed together to try to make some kind of semblance of an ending. And he flat out said, yeah, that was because for my 50th issue of X-Force, I was supposed to get 50 pages of story to write. And at the last minute, Marvel came to me and said, no, we're only going to give you 21. So that's why my book looks like that, because had they just given me my other 30 pages, you would have actually gotten a story. But here's the difference. Here's the difference. When Benjamin Percy told me that was just one issue. Murewa got to make 10 more issues make sense in one goddamn comic.
Yeah.
And that's why you get pages like that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, and once again, I want people to understand that I'm speaking from a place of knowledge when I say this, because like you know, not to make it all about me here all of a sudden, but when I did Heart of the Darkness #1, that was the thing. Like now, I didn't get this criticism from readers. I got this criticism from writers.
Yeah, big dog.
Yeah, like I got this criticism from people who are in the game.
Yep.
And and honestly, it was all 110% fair criticism. It wasn't anything like I didn't feel like I was being attacked. I didn't feel like I was being mistreated or anything. But it did make me hyper aware to the point that I have become so sensitive to reading lots of dialogue that now as I'm going through, as I'm writing, I'm on, like, right now I'm scripting Heart of the Darkness #3. And I've gotten to the point now where, and also I was going back and doing refreshes on Black Adam's #1. And when I was going through, I was like, you know what? Let me go through. Is there a way I can say what I want to say, but say it shorter, but still get the, like, that was the hardest part, is going back through, taking everything I wrote. And it was something I learned about myself, and I don't know why I don't do this, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I am suffering from the same problem that Chris Claremont had, because when Chris Claremont came into X-Men, a lot of people remember this, Chris Claremont used to be a wordy motherfucker. And I love Chris Claremont down. Love the man down. But you are lying to yourself if you read Chris's early work. If you think that man didn't have walls of text on the page, you are out your rabbit ass mind. Because here, look here. If you don't believe me, I'm not cherry picking here. I'm just here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you to, let's go to the man, honestly, I can really pick any of these. But here, we'll just do this one. Bam! This is like page 4, 5, no, like 7 or 8 or whatever of his first issue of Uncanny X-Men. It is just a wall of text. Now, to be fair, this was not his worst. I'm just kind of showing you an example of how his panels could be. There was a lot of talking, there was a lot of dialogue, and also back then, you don't really see it in this one, so it's not the best example, but there would also sometimes be narration boxes in there too to give you even more context. Now, in the case of me, where I kind of feel like mine was a little bit different, I'll kind of show you like an example here, is where in my comic, mine had a lot of dialogue, but see, the reason why I kind of didn't take too much of it to heart is because my book is a noir style story. So that means the character talks in his head a lot. So, but the thing is, I just decided that instead of having it just be a lot of talking plus the narration, I just toned down how much the main character said out loud to where like he was more verbose in his head than he was when he outwardly spoke. If that makes any sense. And I'll even take you a step back further because I think it was in is this page. This page, a lot of fucking dialogue because once again, he's talking, someone else is talking. He's also thinking inside of his own head, and so on and so forth. And they're having like a whole fucking conversation, or whatever the fuck. Do with that information what you fucking will. But the thing is, I am hypersensitive to it, so therefore, when I read other people's books now, I can't tell you how many books I've read in the past like 2 or 3 months since seeing some of those reviews from other writers. And when I look at other people's books, and I'm like, God damn it, there's a lot of talking in this shit. Like I was reading, what was it? I forget. There was what was it? It was Storm Earth's Mightiest Mutant #4 where I kind of saw it the most. But then where I was reading, there was a DC book I think I was reading that was kind of doing it too. And I was like, God damn, there's a lot of talking in this shit. I said, I now kind of see what they're talking about because I tell you what, I don't think Joe Casey will care if I tell y'all this. Joe Casey was one of the people I gave Heart of the Darkness #1 to. I gave Heart of the Darkness #1 to a lot of motherfuckers, but Joe Casey was one of the few. I won't say few. That makes it sound like hardly nobody responded. But he was one of the ones who gave me objective feedback. Like he was being very like on, or I'll say just more impartial than anything else. And he was like, yeah, he said, when you get like a lot of dialogue like that, he says it's going to smack the reader right out of what's going on. He said they're going to be, their eyes are going to fucking glaze over. Yeah, he was being, I mean, he wasn't trying to be like an asshole, like, because I told him. I said, hey, be as brutal as you fucking can. And when he kind of like, it honestly, shout out to Joe Casey, shout out to Tom Snagosky, shout out to Tashi J from over at Midnight Comics, the homie Greg Anderson Elise over from Is Not On the Were Spider. Those were some of the people who reached back out to me and were like, hey, this is they were some of the people who like kind of put me on game, like, hey, you might want to pare this down. So that's why I say I don't want anyone to think that I'm being mean when I'm talking about what was going on with that scene in Earth's Mightiest Mutant, but it's just that's an objective reality. And also right here, LJ Mack just kind of hit the nail right here. Jonathan Hickman, gods, like do I need anyone be reminded of the wall of text that was in issue 1 of Gods? Like that shit was diabolical. It made no, like, dude, okay, here, no, because y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe.
Oh god.
Who told him to do this? Who told him to do this bullshit? Who told him to do this? This right here is really. I'm just saying. I like I said, and this isn't trying to be mean, but it's like I have now learned, and I'm trying to help other people. That is a wall of text. Like, even if you just, if you take the other panels out of the equation and you just look just at this alone, this is a lot. There's a lot of dialogue. This is just like, like, dude, what are we doing here? What is this? Who approved? An editor would not, I don't want to talk shit. So let me shut the fuck up. But anyway, I want to carry on to the next one because we got Vale, we got Vale Delir out here. Excuse me, says, what I want to know is where Creeper from DC is. Honestly, I thought I saw Creeper in something recently. And I don't know if you might know, Carter, but I could have sworn I saw him in some shit recently. Like, did I?
Can I say respectfully, who the fuck wants Creeper in a respectfully?
I mean, oh no, Creeper? I saw that motherfucker in a book earlier this year. He was in a book earlier this year. I promise you he was.
Year though. Yeah, but like again, I can't stress this enough, and I say this with all due respect. Who the fuck wants to see Creeper?
I mean, I don't personally, but
are you okay? You all right over there?
Mason, are you all right over there? God damn
you okay?
Also, I will say, we got another one here. This is the $9.99 from Shadow Sonic. Says Storm got that Galactus treatment. It looks like Final Fantasy's Ifrit with those Hellboy looking horns. What's next? She gonna walk around with a cosmic lightning tail because she's part dragon? Honestly, I feel like any minute now she's gonna fight Genova. Any minute now she's about to fight Genova or Seymour. I don't know, somebody. But she about to fight Leviathan so she can get the Leviathan summon. Also shout out to Fabric 86.
Okay.
Over on the Streamlab side. Hit us with the 5 on the Streamlab side. Says, hello, Ernie and Carter. I hope you let us know if She Spawn #1 is new reader friendly. Also, I strongly recommend 1 spoon of chocolate in limited theaters. I need to check that out. I've been hearing some interesting things. Things about that.
The RZA joint.
Yeah. Someone, because a couple of people hit me up on Threads when I was talking about some movies that kind of were surprising me with their premises.
See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I will give RZA his credit where credit is due. That first Man with the Iron Fist was pretty ridiculous, fun movie.
Oh, very.
And then Man with the Iron Fist 2 came out, and
I'll just say
what about that? So when it comes to this 1 spoon of chocolate, I don't know, big dog. It might be dark chocolate, and I hate dark chocolate. So
damn. He said nah.
Oh no.
Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and talk about what we came here to talk about.
Yes.
Let's talk about the house that Todd McFarlane built, and now Gail Simone has stepped into the arena.
Okay.
She spawned.
Yes.
I spawn. He spawn, she spawn. This book, first off, by the way, shout out to Francesco Mattini on the cover for this. This is a variant. This is not the A cover. I wish it would. This should be the A cover. I ain't gonna hold you. This should be the A cover like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You got a cover like this on your book? I'm buying it. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. So yes, I just want to get that out the way. Get the glazing out of the way. Just right quick fast. To answer what Shadow Sonic was mentioning earlier, asking or rather not Shadow Sonic, but Fabric 86 asking about the book being, is it new reader friendly? Here's what I can tell you. I personally think that She Spawn #1 is new reader friendly. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, Carter, do you know the last time I read a Spawn book?
I would say it was probably when you did that Spawn video.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I will say this. I did read Spawn 350. Because, I think we talked about it on the cave, but like this is the first time I've actually like sat down and legitimately like on purpose read a Spawn book, not unironically. And what I love about this is, I did not read The Scorched. I've not read Gunslinger Spawn, King Spawn, regular Spawn, Great Value Spawn. I haven't read Spawn Zero or Cherry Spawn, Dr. Spawn. I haven't read Amazing Spawn, Spectacular Spawn, Web of Spawn, Shadows of Spawn. I hadn't read none of that shit. None of it. Not a goddamn drop. And when I picked up this motherfucker right here, didn't feel like I needed to. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because Gale is the GOAT. Let's go ahead and just say that right now. Gale is GOAT. Now I'm gonna tell you what happens. I'm gonna tell you what happens when you first open up the pages
Okay.
of She Spawn. I'm bringing up an unlettered version of this, but I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I'm gonna read the first page just to give you an idea of the type of writing that Gail did that made me immediately a fan of this book.
Okay.
The page opens. We are the Scorched. We all have a military espionage background of some sort. I've been trying lately to think of a way to describe what we are. We're not exactly covert looking like this. And we're not heroes, not with our body count. I guess the best, truest way to describe us, we are a 6-pack of assholes -2. And then, you know, the dialogue here is not what's important, but what is actually important is what comes afterward.
Mhm.
And it is where she says, this is Jessica Priest speaking, mind you. For those who don't know, She Spawn is Jessica Priest. Some of you may or may not remember Jessica Priest. She was a character that was originally in the Spawn live action movie. She was created because basically Rob Liefeld didn't want to play nice and let the movie use Chapel, who under normal circumstances was the character who was responsible for the death of Al Simmons. But because, you know, they couldn't use Chapel, they had to make up a new character to be the one who killed Spawn or killed Al so that he could become Spawn. So instead of it being Jesse Chapel, they invented a white female character by the name of Jessica Priest. And Jessica Priest became, I guess, just popular enough that she wound up translating over to the comics not terribly long after the movie came out. And you fast forward to now, and Jessica Priest is the She Spawn in question. That is, and honestly, even Gail kind of glosses over a lot of that in this book, because do you really need to know all this? Not really. But she goes on to say, let me introduce them to you more formally. Redeemer, Heaven's special ass chasm. Loved it. Medieval Spawn, a ye old asshole. Haunt, an asshole, or two, really. A rectal twofer. Love that line. And me, I'm Jessica Priest. Awkwardly codenamed She Spawn. Maybe the biggest asswipe of the entire Sorry collection. And that's the type that introduction, because like I was telling Carter, I had not read The Scorched. I mean, I've seen it. I was aware of what it was. It's basically like a team of spawns, if you could not tell from this image.
Okay. Let's say it like this. Let me tell you this. Okay. You have your regular Spawn, and then you have King Spawn, which would be your detective comics. Then you have Rat City, which would be your ultimate Spawn. Then you have Gunslinger Spawn. Don't even worry about it. Then you have Dark Ages Spawn. Don't even worry about it.
No.
And then you have Haunt. A lot of y'all forgot about that thing. So then you have Redeemer. Redeemer became a goodie during Spawn 300, 350, but there are actually quite possibly two versions of Redeemer, that one from the future. Don't worry about it. But
don't worry about that
shit. The Scorched is basically, I want to do my own Avengers.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, because they even I've been reading, I guess, spoiler alert for what I was gonna say later, but I started reading The Scorched after reading this first issue of She Spawn. I was like, you know what? Actually, I kind of dig this dynamic because, well, yes, now these early pages, they are very heavy on the Scorched, but right after you get kind of past some of the initial action scenes, that changes, and it's just Jessica for the rest of the issue. Like, none of the other characters really feature terribly much in this issue past that point. And what I liked about this was that, it made me more interested because, like, I kind of always thought of Jessica Priest as, like, kind of a throwaway character. Like, there's just a way for them to have their cake and eat it too. You know, Todd doesn't have to worry about having to pay homage to Rob Liefeld to use Chapel anymore. He has his own character he can use, and all right, fine, whatever. That is what it is. I don't give a shit about any of that. But I was like, you know what? Jessica Priest has actually become a character who doesn't just feel like a stand-in for Chapel. She is her own character. And honestly, at first I kind of wondered too. I was curious, is Gale writing She-Spawn her way, or is she writing She-Spawn in a way that, like, if I went back and read The Scorch, I feel like I was reading a different character. And I'll say, when I went back and was reading The Scorch, I haven't gotten very far. I'm still in the first trade of The Scorch. But, like, I was like, you know what? Honestly, I feel like Gale's being incredibly true to this character. I think she definitely dialed it up a little bit, but because the focus is on She-Spawn, so by virtue is gonna feel like she's dialed up just by default. But, like, I really dug this because when I initially saw The Scorch, I was like, oh, great, a bunch of samey ass characters all in the same room. Cool. But the reality is all of the different spawns have different personalities. I mean, they are all, like, you know, hell spawns or hell spawn adjacent, but, like, they all have, like, different, you know, wants, needs, desires, personalities, ways. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, I see why nobody likes Gunslinger Spawn, the book, because just in the first couple of issues of The Scorched, I was like, I already don't like this dude. This dude is way too goddamn extra. I was like, get this nigga up out of here, man. I don't even give two shits about this motherfucker. I was like, man, that edgelord ass piece of shit. Lord have mercy. But I like everything else here. I like that, you know, they kind of play into Jessica's past. With this issue, they kind of lean into like one of the things they kind of harp on in The Scorched, I noticed right away, is that Jessica has a soft spot in her heart for lost children, you know, being in harm's way, all because of the law. Because I believe, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Carter, Jessica lost a child herself. So, and also women who are being taken advantage of. She has a very soft spot in her heart for that type of stuff as well. If you read The Scorched, volume 1, it becomes very apparent early on that when it comes, Jessica is probably, as she says, the biggest asshole of the bunch.
Yeah.
She is also the one with the most open heart of the bunch, at least when it comes to women and children. She's basically Leon the professional when it comes to women and children.
Okay.
No women, no kids. Yeah. But yeah, I will say this. It's really good. It starts off with a really nice little, you know, kind of action set piece. You know, like I said, you're kind of going backward here. There's like a whole double page spread that you just kind of have to see for yourself. But there's a whole double page spread after this whole action sequence. And then after that, we kind of get into some of the other stuff that's going to come after. They basically kind of set up that, also, by the way, shout out to Iguara, who is the artist on this. Love the art here. Art's fantastic. I love, and yeah, I don't know if Ig did the, I don't know who did the color on this. Was it, Robert Nugent. Robert Nugent did the color on this. Very awesome color on the book. Very, very good. Love to see it. And yeah, like, we basically get a point here where you see that she, like, passes out, something happens, and then we kind of, like, cut over to, like, other shit that's going on with Jessica. But yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. This book did all the right shit. This book did all the right things. And honestly, I don't give two shits about Spawn. I don't care about Al Sim. As a matter of fact, when I was reading The Scorch, Carter, do you know the first thing I said when I was reading that shit?
What is that?
Man, get his ass up out of here, man. Get back to these motherfuckers over here. And as soon as he, like, kind of went, Al kind of fades into the background on that book, I was like, okay, good. Get back to these motherfuckers.
The one thing that happened with The Scorch a few times is Al will try to take charge, and they will all respectfully just conclude, "Get the fuck out of here, dog."
Yeah,
That happens a
every
lot.
time.
It reminds me of a. This is a very old issue of Sam and Twitch,
Mm.
where they're at a crime scene. Al shows up all in the shadows and shit, and basically, I think it was Sam. He's just like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, I don't need you here. Get the fuck on." And then Al just
Get.
stands there. He's like, "Bro, get the fuck out of here." And then Al just leaves. So it was just funny just seeing Sam just talk bad to him. But that's basically how the Scorch is with him. That's his team, but no.
They do whatever they
Get,
want.
get your ass up out of here. We doing our. This is our. It's a way of them of Jessica and Medieval Spawn and everybody else saying, "Motherfucker, this is our book. Go over there."
Yeah,
Is
get
basically
back
how
to
it
yours.
happened. Yeah.
The shit that everyone should say to like Wolverine, Batman, and Spider-Man when they show up in their books. Man, get your ass over there somewhere, man. Go on. You know, and this is coming from a guy like I said, I think so. When I did my video for Spawn, I'm trying to remember exactly how far I got
Okay.
with. I can't remember exactly how far I got with information. I think I got right around to the point where Spawn was a white man. Yeah, he was like the white man that Spawn kept turning into when he first. I always
Jim
forget.
Downing.
Yeah, Jim Downing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jim Downing was Spawn for a bit, and I think Al had then recently come back to being Spawn. I think that was about roughly kind of in and around that time when I made that video. That was kind of the current status quo. Which, I mean, I'll say, you know, as far as like Spawn books go, Spawn's one of those titles that to me always kind of felt like. I think Spawn started off good. It was edgelord as fuck even when it started, but I felt like Spawn, as the book went on, it kind of became apparent that this book was never going to rise above its edgelordiness, because it feels like ever so often they would go, I don't know if I would say too far, but they would just do things that made no sense. Like, and yes, I know this shit was retconned, but like when they did the whole story arc, we're like, oh, Al was beating the brakes off Wanda or some shit. Like, oh, like it was, they didn't have this idyllic happy marriage. They had to try and, you know, inject discord into the proceedings to make it seem like Al was a terrible person. And they went back and said, oh no, none of that was real, because or for whatever reason, I forget exactly, but you know, they would always just pick these weird and random things to do with Al to try and like inject something into the story that just made, yeah. Go Carter, go off, King. Go off, King.
It's not a go off, King. It's just you beating around the bush at something that I told you
Mm-hmm.
and you several times, year by year, when Spawn comes up in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
The character, the books, either way you want to take it. I know I said it because I was sitting here when I said it, so I know I said it. Anything Spawn related is always going to be an enjoyable read, in my opinion, when Todd McFarlane is not the one writing it.
I mean, honestly, Carter, that is correct.
Scorched.
That's Sean
G-Spawn
Luke.
#1.
Yeah.
A lot of people really enjoyed Gunslinger Spawn. I know some people who they really enjoy Rat City. I think that's the worst one out of the bunch.
To Rat City.
Yeah. King Spawn is fine. I think a lot of people, King Spawn is almost having that issue that Superior Spider-Man team up had with Superior Spider-Man when Dan Slott was doing it, in the sense of Superior Spider-Man team up, a lot of instances was the better book than Superior Spider-Man. And that's what Spawn is going through right now, where like King Spawn is the better book than just regular ass Spawn. And then you got the Scorched. And the Scorched is blowing out a lot of the other Spawn books. But again,
I like the Scorched so far.
And Ernie asked me, he was just like, who the fuck is writing this book? And then I had to tell him like the Scorch it had multiple writers that have taken over because Scorch is at issue 50 right now. We hit 50 issues, and different writers, but the stories were still fun. It still kept you engrossed. It still kept your attention. It still kept you wanting to read more issues because hell, when it came to I'm gonna give it right back to Ernie because I do not want to be in this conversation long because I like I said I had to hear this, but a lot of people did not think that medieval spawn would work, and I'm gonna explain to you what medieval spawn is because you saw him from that big splash page. Okay. Medieval spawn is the mask.
That is accurate.
So if you could pull up, if you see the medieval spawn has that helmet, right? He has the helmet you see on. Now he does not always look like that 24/7, right?
Like a regular ass dude.
Just a regular ass dude who has to put just a regular ass dude who then puts that helmet on and then he starts talking like it's the equivalent of like when Thor would go from Thor to Donald Blake. It's like that, but it's literally just the mask.
Yeah.
Why would that work? And then you read books that aren't done by Todd McFarlane and they work.
Well, no, because when I was reading, okay, so like I was saying earlier, I started reading volume 1 of The Scorched. And like one of the first things that that happens in that book is dude is like doing mop duty. Dude's doing mop duty at the I guess at I forget the name of their base. It was like the Black Tower or something, or maybe that came later or whatever the fuck. I don't 100%. I'm be brutally honest. I don't really fully fucking remember. But it's the goddamn Scorched. Okay, it's not rocket science or anything. But no, when I was when I was going through that shit, and there was a part where I think he was like, they were talking around him. Yeah, that's what it was. They were talking around him, and like you can kind of see here. Like you see dude, like he said there, guy right here holding the helmet or whatever, and it's like, oh he's like, oh, the helmet's vibrating, and he puts the motherfucker on, and it's like, oh, boom, okay, there you go.
These are real deal, two different people that have two different things going on, because there is one point, spoilers. There is one point to where I'm gonna keep it like with the mask.
Dr. Fate is also another good I would say Dr. Fate is almost even more accurate when it comes to I would give you that.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one. To where, and there was an instance in the Scorch to where let's say Dr. Fate didn't want to take that helmet off because with everything going on, we don't need you right now, little man. We need me. And he would not allow people, hey, you mind taking the helmet off? We need so-and-so to go do this. No, you don't. So it was a lot of that.
Mom was like, mind your business.
Drama. It caused drama as well, but I don't want to stick on the Scorch too long, because I actually want to hear more about you and She Spawn, and plus I want you to tell them what made me sad when I found this out about this book.
Oh, so this is a so here's the sad reality here. Now, I'm not saying it can't change.
Yeah,
but right now, as of present time, She Spawn is a miniseries. It is not an ongoing. This is, I think, this is only to my understanding. I believe it's only slated for maybe 5. I think it has 5 issues. So, and here I want to pull this up too, because I actually love having a league of comic geeks, kind of ready to rock. But
this is one of the ones where I would not mind what I'm going to refer to as the Willow effect to occur. I would not mind the Willow effect popping off to where it's supposed to be 5, and then we end up getting 30 of these motherfuckers. Right? poison ivy syndrome to happen to
Yes.
she spawn, because I
Yes.
feel like with as solid as the Scorched has been with her
Yeah.
in the leading role, because she is the leader of that team.
She
You
is,
can say
yes.
you can say Al is if you want to, but
Yeah. Al's like the
I
Nick
think with
Fury. He's
Al
not the
having
field
his
leader.
book, with Alice
Yeah.
having his book, I think that Jessica Priest, that character, has it. She can do this now. And if you
Yeah.
have Gail Simone at your disposal, absolutely keep her over there.
Yeah,
Keep her
no,
over there.
here's what
Okay.
I need them to do.
Dynamo, I absolutely disagree with that. The artist
No,
too
that's me.
fire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one.
No, that art too fire to do all the time. Here's the problem. Scorched, that art been A1 since day one.
Oh, yeah, no. Steven Segovia.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing these Spawn books will have is some cold art, and it's the same artist, and they may switch them off.
Yeah.
But that artist they switch off for is just as good as the previous one. So I
Yeah.
would disagree with you there. I would.
No,
disagree with you there.
Steven Segovia was the artist for Scorched starting. I don't know if he carried all the way through, but Steven Segovia, the same guy that was behind Hellions.
Yeah.
The art on that book, which is another reason why I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, let me get on the Scorch, because I said if nothing else, the book gonna look good. But here's what I'm gonna tell you right now. For me, yes, this is gonna be a mini series. It is not an ongoing, but that is not to say if the book doesn't do well, and I think it can. I actually would love for Gail to stay on this book if she wants to.
Y'all are buddy. Hell, you need to ask her, like, what is it gonna take?
Yeah, I mean,
Do
I know.
you need to hit up Comic the magazine to put her ass on some of these top tens? Like what is it gonna take? Well, the reason I didn't correct you, Dynamo, is because I was trying to let Ernie get his shit off.
Oh,
Spawn did not make me follow Spawn.
It was just
for a lot of people. I went back to Spawn when Al came back. I don't give a fuck about Jim Downing.
Yeah, I don't see, because I remember
when I came back.
Some of y'all were trying to get me to read Spawn when Jim Downing was on. I was like, oh, y'all really ain't about to make me read this nastiness. This is absolutely, this is kung fu treachery of the highest order. But no, when Al came back, because I think I even kind of joked with Carter about this sometimes, like, even though like I don't really care for Spawn, I would occasionally like, you know what I would do? I'd do a check-in. I'd be like, you know what? He on 315 right now. Let me see what Al talking about.
When I saw it was Jim Downing and they called the suit a symbiote. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and they still do. But mind you, they still call it is because some people got mad at me for calling it that when I did my video for it. I was like, that's what, dude. What the first fucking issue? I think it's the first issue or the second issue of the Scorched. Yeah. There's literally a suit just running around by itself. But no, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, this book is in my pool. This is in my pool. Okay. I love this book. This is actually, look, and I even said this because people are like, oh, why are you so shocked that Gail wrote a good book? I was like, I'm not shocked that Gail wrote a good book. I need y'all to understand something when I say this. I am not shocked that Gail wrote a good comic book. I know she can write good comics. She has pretty much almost always written shit that I enjoyed to some degree or another, even if it was only just a little bit.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
It's a Spawn book.
It's a Spawn book. It's a Spawn book.
I knew it.
And I even told her because actually what I thought was funny, autocorrect hoed me the other night. And I had posted that I had posted about how much I enjoyed the book. And basically what happened was instead of saying Gail Simone, it auto-corrected to Gail someone. It was nasty. I was like, bro, I said, man, why threads do me like this? Why? Actually, first of all, why did my keyboard do me like this? But no, Gail went back and she had quoted me She quoted me, and I have to scroll through a lot of stuff because Gail posts a lot. She posts also. She posted the spread. Hey, fuck it, we can show the spread. I didn't think she was gonna do that. But yeah, this is the spread I was talking about earlier. When I was reading, reading that part where matter of fact, here, let's do it like this. Let's do it like
I ain't gonna hold you. That's the one thing you could never say about a Spawn book.
Oh, it's always gonna be pretty. That shit's always gonna be pretty.
Man,
you can't look. I'm sorry if you say the book ain't pretty, you lying. I'm sorry, but if you are fucking lying if you think this don't look good. This is goated right here. Look at it. First off, here I wanna here. Let me do this real quick because I wanna. There is little. I'm a details guy. I'm a big fan of the details. And what I want to do, I kind of want to zoom this in just a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna do a little something right. Okay, so here we go. So right here, this shit right here, where you got like the creases.
You're being a pervert now. You're being a pervert.
Anyway, no, I'm talking about most people would not do this. Like you look at the creases in the costume, and here I'll take you a step further. A step further. Right here, you can see the same in here. Creases right here. Creases. I like creases in case nobody could tell. Up here, up top, raindrop. When you were talking about shadow work earlier, look at that shadow work. Look at that ink. Look at that ink. I promise you. This is the type of shit. Also back here in the background. Also them boots, bruh. What is it about Spawns and having like the LL Cool J but with they boots? Like what? Like look at this. Big boot, got the thigh high on one side, and then say, yeah, I'm gonna turn the boot down on the other one. Why do they do that? I you know what? Who knows? But like, yeah, you look at this shit. Like, look at all this line art. Actually, you know what I want to see? I want to see because they did a cover like this, Carter. I don't know if you saw this cover. Did you see this cover that they did right here?
No.
This was one of the variants. I think this is the Brett Booth joint.
Okay.
But they also did. You could get this version. Where it was just the black and white, and this is the type of shit I'm talking about here. This is the type of shit I like to see because this is where when you take the color out of the equation, that's when you can really start separating the men from the boys, in this regard. But yeah, like I said, I like this kind of like I love this kind of shadow work right here. I love these inks. These inks are on point. Is what I'm trying to get across to y'all. But no, to get us back to what I was originally talking about, Gail. I love Gail. God damn it, Gail. Do you know the Gail meta?
No.
Gail will just randomly post so-and-so character could beat Spider-Man XYZ number of times out of 10. But like she did it here. She Spawn could beat Spider-Man 7 times out of 10, but she probably wouldn't because come on, it's Spider-Man. But like she'll just pick random characters, just random motherfucking characters. But no, right here, this is what she said. She said, I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Blerd Without Fear. I have to say though, Gunslinger Spawn and Rat City are both really good, and Matthew Rosenberg is coming to the main title. Great stuff. I like Matthew Rosenberg, but that's another story altogether.
I don't know about Rat City though, Gail. I don't know about Rat
He's like, I don't know. I mean, look,
somebody who reads that, but I don't know about Rat City.
Oh no,
I don't know, big dog.
I don't know, pimp. I don't know. Yeah. But no, I like I said right here. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm glad that. So basically, this is okay. All that was a native saying that. Here's what I need y'all to do. If you want, like me, to get this book, if you, because I'm gonna tell you right now, some of y'all, I don't know, a lot of y'all didn't fuck with my new video. I understand. But I did a new video telling y'all how to buy comic books more effectively. And it didn't do as well as I would have hoped, but a lot of the stuff that I'm about to lay out, I lay out in that video in grand detail. And it's that there's a little thing, Carter, and you always have to beat.
Okay.
This one little thing. And here, let's zoom in a little bit. I want you guys to see that right there? Final order cutoff.
Yeah.
You got to beat that date. So basically, if you didn't get She Spawn number 1, you are going to have to go to the shop, and you better get in there before the 11th, which, by the way, is Monday. FOC is pretty much always on Monday. It's always a Monday, just about. You're going to need to get to your shop, and before, probably you want to get in there before, but basically, get in the shop and tell your person behind the counter that you want this book. And if you missed the first issue, say, hey, can you get me the first issue? And put all the rest of the issues, whatever's coming out, say, put it in my pull box or pull list or pre-order, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Everybody calls it something different. But say that is what you want. And I want to see something. Do we have, I don't know if we have Francesco. Who's this? This is Thomas Naturalik cover for this one. I always say go on League of Comic Geeks because you can usually see what all the variant covers are. I was looking to see if they had another Francesco Mattina on there, but I didn't see any. I'll also say let's go to, this is She Spawn number 3. FOC for this is June 8th. They don't have anything past this one, but I think that's just because it hasn't been solicited out yet. At least that's my guess. But you can also see here, I think this is the Kevin King variant right here. There'll probably be more variants. They just haven't been like released yet. But basically, to help you guys better understand what it is that you need to do, you need to go into your shop. If you want to get She Spawn, do not go in the shop and be like, hey, I'm just gonna go, ooh, hey, this book's on the shelf. Oh, this looks cool. Yeah, here, let me buy this. That doesn't help the book. That does not help the book. It does not help the book at all. You need to have this shit in your pull list. Case in point. You see, we were talking about, we talked about She Spawn, we talked about Comics Magazine. The Comics Magazine is in my pull list. So whenever a new issue comes out, it's right there. Daredevil, boom, this is in my pull list. Right here, boom. Fall of the House of Slaughter. This is in my pull list. That's how you protect the book. That's how you protect the book. And if, I don't know, I'm not saying that it would happen. I'm not saying it's in the cards. But if you're one of those people like myself that's like, man, I'd actually read an ongoing of this shit, then you need to put it in your pull list because that's the only way that, because basically, when a publisher, when they have a title, let's use Imperial Guardians as an example. The reason why Imperial Guardians got canceled, number 1, why a lot of that Imperial shit got canceled, number 1, reason why, because y'all weren't putting it in your pull list. Nope, a lot of people were not putting that shit in their pull list. When a book is not, when they look at those pre-orders, they say, okay, we haven't got issue 1 out yet, but man, pre-orders are strong. Lots of people are getting number 1, and they're already asking for like number 2. So that means, you know what? Maybe we could go ahead and move forward with plans. Like, originally we were only going to do maybe 5 or 10 issues, but the sales are so strong, maybe we should go ahead and go all in. Now, when you get to the end of a book, which is why I kind of said earlier that, not earlier, but I said a couple of weeks ago, ain't nobody going to be able to save Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. That book is that book is done. As far as I can tell, because it's too late to pre-order issue 5, I think, by this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, Marvel, DC, the publishers, they usually make these types of decisions before issue 2 comes out. So if like issue 3, 4, or 5 is out and you're trying to save the book that late, everybody has moved on because these books were made so much earlier than that. So by the time that by right now, I think I would be shocked if Gale wasn't working on 5 right now of She Spawn, or has already turned it in. So that's why I say, like, you kind of have to you gotta be, you can't just wait till the week the book comes out and decide, oh, I want to get this. It's like, no, you gotta be an early adopter. Early adopters are what keep books going. It's why Amazing Spider-Man and X-Men and all them other books, Batman and shit, because people always put them on their pull list. I bet you if everyone collectively took Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, Superman out of their pull list, you would see those sales drop off dramatically. But yes, but that said, what I would say do, and this is for the people like say, if you're one of those that like you can't get the book, then this is what you do. This is what you do. Talk about it. Talk about it on social media. Talk about it on Reddit. Talk about it on Threads, Instagram, your Facebook, nerd groups, when you go to the shop, talk to other people about the book. Like, word of mouth, because I think you and I talked about this before with Kieran Gillen. When he was talking about the power fantasy, he said if you talk to a random person and say, hey, Batman, everybody knows Batman. But if you're talking to somebody about the power fantasy, you're likely talking to somebody who has never heard of the power fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hearing about it for the first time. So that's why I say, like, yeah, you have to be more responsible and more judicious with your pull list. I think that putting shit in your pull list, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do this. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live a life. But for me personally, I think putting shit in your pull list that everybody's fucking buying, that is just always going to fucking be there, I think that way lies madness. I think that's a bad way to use your pull list, but yeah, this is me. Anyway, what do we got? We got some
super chats, dude.
Yeah, we got some super chats. Let's hit these real quick. I got one here. Let's do Dalton Leprick with the 499 says Brian Hill writing Miles and thinking of the books he's written is perfectly summed up in that Alonzo Morning gift.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
But just like those books though, I'm still gonna give it a read. I'm not gonna be one of those ones who I'm gonna have an opinion on something before the shit come out. I'm gonna at least read it. So even if I do dunk on it, I still read it to form the opinion to dunk on it.
Right? No. You're like
the reason I can say I didn't really enjoy Ultimate Black Panther is because guess what? I have 3 trades on the shelf. But yeah,
it's just like
So yeah, man. For every blade, he like we said last week, and I don't want to keep us here, but just for every blade, he did Blade Red Band.
Yeah,
true. So it's for every power company recharge, he did Ultimate Black Panther. So it's just, I don't know.
Right.
That's one of them ones where you have to get, and I know it's going to be hard for people to do, but you got to do the shit you had to do with, look at Philip Kennedy Johnson's Hulk, look at Donny Cates' Hulk. If you're one of them ones that think that, Immortal Hulk was the end all be all, then nothing is going to be good to you. If you think Cody Ziegler's Miles is the greatest fucking thing that you've ever experienced in your life, then Brian Hill was always going to be bad. You have to get that out your mind and want something to be good and then read it and not judge it based on the previous shit that you just glazed the hell out of. You have to. If you can't do that, then there's no point in having a conversation.
Well, and I think another, for me, it's exactly that. I'm gonna go into it with eyes open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in optimistic. I don't. Contrary to popular belief, I don't really go into any book wanting it to be bad.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, unless it's like something that is objectively trash, like I know off the rip, but I like for people to do good stuff. I don't want people to make intentionally bad things. But the thing is, I also know the history, so it's like it's gonna be wishy-washy. We got Vale Delir says Violator run with his actual backstory is goated. I saw that did a trade recently drop for Violator?
I believe it did, but I'm trying to figure out which Violator run he's talking about, because there was a Violator run Oh man, this was when I was in middle school.
Yeah, no, there was
There,
that
there was
one.
a
Yeah.
Violator run from back in the day. It was 3 issues. So do you mean that
Hmm.
Violator
I
run,
think
or do you mean a different Violator run? Because there was a different Violator run that came out with the new Violator that was Clown's sister.
okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think that might be the one they're talking about because it's called Violator Origin is the name of
Okay.
the series, but it was supposed to be
Okay.
like like I'm on Image right now, and they basically said like it's the one true. Let me see
Okay.
here. Yeah, finally the one true origin story of the Violator as told.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, so there you go. Do with that what
Okay.
you will. I haven't read that one yet, but I
Haven't
did
read that one either.
see. I did see it making the rounds.
Okay.
Also, man, shout out to Gearless Mo, who
Hey.
hitting us with the hundo bomb, says just showing my support for the community and your great efforts to bring us a show that brings us together in healthy debates and colorful commentary with a touch of humor. And get those likes up, goddammit. I added the goddammit. But shout out to Gearless, who's always out here handling business, taking care of us. Man, so I can definitely say one thing that I have enjoyed as of late is the responses I have seen. The responses I've seen to some of the recent stuff where a lot of people who've been reaching out to me telling me they really enjoyed the video where I was teaching you, like, from my experiences how to write a comic.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have told me that helped them get past some shit that was hanging them up on their stuff. So if I could help out anybody in that regard, love to see it. And the community has just been goated, absolutely great. Like I said, man, I wouldn't trade y'all for shit. So just keeping it honest, man.
Okay.
And then we've also got let's see here. Wait. Actually, you know
DC
what? I
highlights.
did miss that one. I did. Well, no, there was
All right. What you
another
got?
one that I missed. There was another one that I missed earlier. I didn't see it because we were.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, we got here. Let's see. Let me move this out of the way so we can actually show. We got a couple here actually. Got Shadow Sonic Silver with the 999 says, when are we getting them Spawn? Not joking. I want my non-binary gender fluid Spawn variant for a being with shape-shifting powers. You think we'd get more queer storytelling elements out of Spawn? You would think so. And honestly, this is why you're not once again, not to big up myself. Yeah, because that's what I do. Yeah, I'm always gonna put on the cape for yours truly. But it was actually one of the reasons why when for Black Adams, when I was figuring out different characters' powers and abilities, when I had a character that was a shapeshifter, I made them non-binary.
Okay.
Made the most sense to me. Yeah. Why wouldn't they be? Now, that said, I am curious to see if Image would do that. I don't know how Todd would feel about that. Like, I don't know, because, once again, we can't even get a black writer to write Spawn. I think the closest we've ever gotten down on a black writer write Spawn is Rodney Barnes putting Spawn in Philadelphia. Like, that's it. There's never been to my understanding, and I'm happy to be wrong, but to my understanding, there's never been a black writer on Spawn. And honestly, I think I know why, and it's the same reason that Carter gave earlier. Spawn is always better when someone else not named Todd McFarlane is writing it. And I think if a black writer got on Spawn, because someone else said something earlier, and I lost the comment, but someone, I think it was Osiris, I believe, that said this earlier, but and this is why I've never, like, when people talk about, oh, you talk about black characters, but you never mentioned Spawn. Reason why I don't mention Spawn is because Spawn is a character who is black, who has been exclusively written through a white lens. He is the idea of a black man through a white man's mindset. And Todd McFarlane has even said himself that while he made Spawn a black character, and he kind of slick said it in such a way that he was just ticking a box, but he even said he didn't want people to look at Spawn as black. He wanted, which is why he made Spawn not have any skin. So it wouldn't matter. Because he said it would be a distraction to some people. That's not even me putting words in his mouth. That's actually straight from the horse's mouth. But yes, neither there. Anyway, carrying on. We also got another one here from Veldelier with the 2 says, did you catch the Scorched with Spawn? If you're talking about like the Scorched being a part of the earlier part of with Spawn. I don't get that part of it.
I guess he's just asking if you've read The Scorch.
Oh,
period? I don't know.
yeah. That now, if that is the case, then yes, I'm currently reading The Scorched. Still in trade 1. But because I literally, like, when I say I started reading it, I literally started reading it last night before I went to bed at like 5 a.m. So yeah. And then I think we're caught up to where I think I can bring up.
Now we just got
this one. No, we got a couple. We got a couple more. We got says Highlight 915 said, did you guys have any books, non-Big 2, that you felt should be considered for the top 10?
Power Fantasy.
Yeah, Power Fantasy.
That's an easy one.
Man, Power Fantasy. I would go as far as say Feral. I would go as far as to say what was it? Green Lantern. Green Lantern Corps. I'd even go like even Absolute Green Lantern. I think Something's Killing Children should always kind of be in the running there. Exquisite Corpses. Also, did you know the late MD Bright has a book out that's actually pretty fucking lit called The Center Holes. It was the last thing MD Bright worked on before he passed, and it's finally come out. Issue 3, I think, dropped just this week. And it's pretty fucking good. The Center Holes, I'm shocked more people aren't talking about it. To be fair, I think maybe next week, I think we might actually talk about the Center Holes, because I think it's only 4 issues to my understanding. So the next issue will be the last one. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit before we get there. Also, we got another one here from Gearless Mo hitting us with that 1999 in a super chat. Says that's what I'm talking about. If you see a need not being met, make it. And that's something Captain Diesel and I were talking about last night, because one of the most common criticisms that we have gotten because of the DC So White movement is we've gotten people who say, well, just make your own shit. And these are people who don't know us. I want to point something out. So some of the people who are involved with DC So White, other than myself, Captain Diesel of Captain Diesel's Dojo, who is the creator of Reaper and co-owner of Echelon graphic novels, is also writing a new story that I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything about it right now, but just know he also has another title that he's working on as well. We've also got Dr. Kaori Knight, who writes books. Like, she writes books, like prose books. The Salt Blood, and she's got like another book that I think just dropped, and a third one she's already writing like right now. So I mean, yeah, she's a creator. We also have Tashi J of Midnight Comics, which is a Black-owned independent indie comic publisher. They do stuff like The Gray and Soul. So, and then of course, I think of myself as a lesser of the bunch because I'm a little bit more new to this, but no less true to this. I am the creator of Heart of the Darkness and the yet to be released Black Adams, and I have done cover art for 2 technically black indie titles, the Ace Blade and one that I can't say without getting us demonetized. But anyway.
I want to ask you, because you just brought up, you said Midnight, and that made me think of something I meant to ask you, because you're the horror guy. Did you hear about that Marvel announcement, Midnight?
Oh yeah, I did. I did.
Did you see all the information in regards to it?
No, I only saw like the initial
Okay.
like what else did they say?
Here you go.
What,
I can speed through this.
hit it.
So, okay, Midnight is from Marvel. That's a new imprint that they are doing to go against the Absolute universe. It's going to be launched by Jonathan Hickman, Benjamin Percy, and Philip Kennedy Johnson. It's going to be a horror line that's going to focus on Blade, Dracula, Morbius, Ghost Rider, The Darkhold, and Werewolf by Night. And that's going to start this Halloween.
So basically, it's the Midnight Suns universe. Okay. All right. And you said who? You said who is on this?
Philip. It's going to be started up by Philip Kennedy Johnson, Benjamin Percy, and Jonathan Hickman.
That's how I feel about that. Y'all figure it out for yourselves. So there you go. You had me at the first two. You lost me.
Apparently, this is going to be their answer to the Absolute Universe and Vertigo. It's going to be a whole horror line.
I don't think this is going to go the way they hope. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong. I'd love to be proven wrong. But yeah, this is basically just the Midnight Suns. This is all like... Yeah, whatever. Okay. Anyway,
you know what? The reason I wanted to bring it up to you specifically was because we've seen this before with different companies. Because Joe Hill had his horror like universe and stuff, and that's why I wanted to ask you how you felt if they do kind of go. I just remember you and that refrigerator full of heads and shit you used to always talk about.
Yeah, I liked refrigerator. Okay, so I did like refrigerator full of heads, and I liked a lot of the other stuff that DC was doing with their Black Label and whatnot. Here's the problem. Marvel is just this is exactly. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not interested, and it's what you said at first. This is supposed to be their answer to the Absolute Universe. Here's the problem with that. Why have an answer? Just focus on your own shit.
That's fair.
Because I feel
that is absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair.
You know, well, because first off, they're too busy focusing on trying to match DC, which should be fair. DC is the team to beat right now. But the thing is, how about this? How about you just beat DC in the same arena? Like, if you want to beat DC, instead of trying to create a whole new universe to beat them with, honestly, you could do something. Books. Yeah, just put out some good ass books. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Not every DC book hitting like that outside of Absolute. So if you just told some good ass fucking stories in continuity, I mean, which to be fair, it's not to say there aren't any. I mean, there are some good in continuity Marvel books, but I mean, instead of focusing on trying to create a new imprint or a new, whatever the fuck to try to compete with somebody else's, which to be fair, DC kind of slick made Absolute to compete with Ultimate Marvel, but that's another story altogether. The thing is that DC actually, instead of just making an imprint to compete, they made something that actually turned out to be slick, really fucking good. And we all, and as we can all see, one is still here and another one is walking its way up out the goddamn door down Washout Lane.
This is the only question I have about this whole thing when I read that this was a thing that's going to start this Halloween. If I'm Hickman in this instance, you had me do Imperial to start a whole new universe and just shot it in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this again with Midnight? Like, honestly, I would be very hesitant to try to start a whole new thing to compete or to do a whole new universe if y'all done just shot down the shit when I've done it before. They did it with Imperial. They did it with X-Men. So like, I would not be as quick to maybe he's trying to do this because of the deal he made, I think, with Dark Horse about his 3 moons, 3 planets, 3 universe shit. I don't know, but I don't know. I would be as quick. I wouldn't be as quick.
Here's how I feel about you. You told me Jonathan Hickman was involved. All I hear when you say Jonathan Hickman is the hierarchy of the Marvel Cosmic Universe is about to change. That's all I hear. I just like Jonathan Hickman is the new Dwayne Johnson. for me when it comes to Marvel Comics.
Oh
Every
God.
time.
Okay, I just caught that reference now.
Yeah, like every time I
God.
hear that motherfucker, I'm like,
we ain't doing it. T1000 with the 20. I just caught that. It took me a minute to catch that reference that he just did. T1000 with the 20. Thank you for putting the penny on it. Ernie, love the content. I am a single dad of 2. I want to start my channel, but time, of course, if you're a single dad of 2, how do you balance real life and YouTube?
So, okay. When I started out, I was, man, so we're talking like 2017-ish, 2018 is when I first like actually like doing YouTube. I was doing stuff before that, but I wasn't like as, diehard into it. But like 2017, 2018 is when I kind of started really getting into doing content. At the time, I wasn't single. I wasn't a single parent, but my wife and I were very much together. We only had the one. Well, technically, we had 2 kids, but one was my stepson, and as you would probably imagine, he kind of spent time both in our home and out of our home. Sometimes I think he would like live with his dad for the summer, and then he would live with us for like the rest of the year. And sometimes we would reverse that depending on what was going on at the time. Pocket say, don't worry about that shit. So I can kind of like minus the single part. I can kind of, I feel like I still feel like my advice can still ring true. So what I did was to not take away time from my family. What I would do is I would work on content at night. So whenever like I knew my kid was going to be asleep and my wife was going to be asleep, because basically they are both by virtue of fact, one's a kid and the other one worked like a job where they had to get up like 5 or whatever in the morning. They usually went to bed early. So I would use that time, which is why I was already a night owl. So that also kind of plays a little bit into it. But like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to use my time as a night owl more effectively. So when I work on content, I'm going to work on it at night. Now I would allow myself like one day out of the week, which was typically Wednesday, to just work on content most of the day. But that was kind of like the one day I would do that and still like spend, time with my family. Now, as my kid has gotten older, they're going on like 11 now, but like they're kind of at a point where they're practically a teenager. They were already kind of a teenager for a while. Like I'm not saying they are, but I mean, they just act like one. They just do their own shit. They're always like off playing video games or watching like YouTube or TikTok or, whatever the fuck, or going outside and playing. So, I don't really have to worry about them quite as much. And my wife, she's got a day job now. So during the day, and while my kid is at school, that is when I usually do the bulk of my stuff. And I also still do my stuff at night. And so basically, whenever all that was a way to say, when I'm working on content, there's really nobody in the house but me. And that's kind of how I've managed to do it. Now, your situation will be a little bit different than mine, but I would say, like, yeah, if you can like maybe carve out, just to start, carve out a little bit of time, for yourself. Like, pick a time where like either you're going to be the only one home. Like, let's say, I don't know what ages your children are, but like if they're like school age children, like if you do, okay, well, they're going to be at school between like this time and that time, and I'm going to be home. If you're going to be home at that time, do it then. If that is not viable, then like if you have nighttime available or anything like that, I would say, okay, maybe then. A lot of it kind of depends on the ages of the children and like how much care and attention they may or may not need at that time. But like I would just say, try to make your content time that should not be devoted to something or someone else. Is the best way to put it. Like, not your children's time, but time that is exclusively your time, which as a single parent, I can already imagine is probably not a lot of, but I would still say just a little bit, even if it's only like 30 minutes to an hour. You know what I mean? And that's enough to get you started. But that's the best advice I can give. And also, we got another one here. This is from Veil Delir. Says, with the 5 IRL superpowers being real, I cannot be around shapeshifters, vampires, or psychics. I would hunt them like Jefferson Twilight from Venture Bros.
Here's the thing, though. With that. If they were vampires,
Yeah.
you technically would only be good
Yeah.
at killing Blackulas. Because Jefferson Twilight was only trained in killing Blackulas.
That's wild, actually. I have to think about that.
That's the one
Like,
thing people forget about Jefferson Twilight. He was only good at murdering Blackulas.
that is diabolical. I forgot about that. How could I allow myself to forget about that? I have no idea, but yes. Oh. No. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. No, it's here's the thing. If superpowers were real, here's one thing I can say. I think if they were real, okay, you know how people always say, oh, mutants, oh god, they're scary. I will say this: there is something to fear in terms of people having superpowers, but see, it would be for different reasons. Because see, for me, if shapeshifters were real, like people who could literally be anything and everything that they want to be, I would never trust anybody. Like I wouldn't hate shapeshifters. I would just not trust anyone because I'd be like, that motherfucker who they say they are. Oh no, man. And it wouldn't even be like on anything like bigoted. It would just be like, man, is this motherfucker like, is that really my mom? Is that really her? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me do a little check. Hey, what did I do on my first day of school? What happened when you took me to school that first time? And you had to walk away and I had to go into school by myself. What happened? I'd be having to add like everybody, it would be 20 questions with everybody that I was meeting. Like I would just never trust anyone who's who they said they were. If shapeshifters were real, vampires wouldn't bother me because I'd be like, well, I don't go out at daylight or I don't go out at nighttime really. Like I'm in the house, but if I do go out, it's during daytime or like I'm gonna be in some sunlight. So psychics, I would just my whole brain would just be la 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 la. That would just be me the whole time.
All you gotta do is learn that red triangle defense, big dog.
Be like, get out.
I want to sing you this clip because
what you got?
I want to see if you want to play this clip because somebody just asked, hold on, Blackulas? Like Black Draculas or just African American vampires? Here's the clip. It's only 20 seconds if Ernie wants to play it.
We'll play it. Here, let me
Any person too beautiful would immediately be suspected as a shapeshifter. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
maybe they just got the beauty. You don't know.
I mean, you could be right.
Yes, I only hunt Blackulas.
Oh, so you only hunt African-American vampires?
No, sometimes I hunt British vampires. They don't have African-Americans in England.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So I hunt Blackulas.
Well, I was just trying to be...
Man, I specialize in hunting black vampires. I don't know what the PC name for that is.
Is that a mask?
Oh, my God, I was...
There you go.
Oh, my God.
Jefferson Twilight, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Jefferson Twilight. I ain't gonna lie, I'm shocked that hasn't come up in Blade at some point. But no, in all seriousness. Oh, yeah, and you know what? This right here, if invisibility were a thing, I would really never trust anybody because that Kevin Bacon was diabolical as the Hollow Man. Lord have mercy. Was it a friend of mine used to call it the adventures of the creepy invisible pervert.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. But no, let's answer some questions. Yeah.
One. So we actually could be pretty good on time.
Let's go.
The question is actually from Elite X1. Injustice 3 is now in development. Both of you name off at least 3 to 5 characters you want to see make that game's roster. Here's the thing. I don't know where you got that information from. There's a Mortal Kombat that's in development, and people are just assuming that Injustice is going to be in there, but we still don't have confirmation on that. Only thing we have confirmation on right now is MK. But when it comes to Injustice 3, it's just gonna have to be Ernie because I've never given a fuck about Injustice like that. Sorry.
I don't care about Injustice.
Boom. There we go.
I tell you what, though. I tell you what. This is what I'll say. If they wanted me to care about Injustice, put Black Lightning in the game, but not as like
a skin.
A skin
Like,
for
no.
another kid. Yeah, don't like put some black characters in the game, but not as skins. Yeah, I think was Vixen in any of the previous Injustice games?
Very good question.
Because I feel like
I
Vixen would be like an easy W. Like I don't know. Let's
want to say 2.
Yeah, it looks like she was in.
Yes, she was in Injustice 2. I was right.
She was
I was
a
right. She was
skin
in
for
Injustice 2.
Cheetah. She also a skin. See, you
Yeah,
know
she was
what? Why are we putting these characters in blackface? I don't like it. Yeah. So basically,
Wait, I just caught what you said. Wait. So okay, when they say a skin, they didn't put Cheetah in blackface.
no.
They
It just. But like you have to buy, like you have to buy a skin for another character, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Honestly, after that Superman movie, yeah, Mr. Terrific would be goated. Mr. Terrific would be absolutely amazing in a Injustice game. But yeah, put some of these black characters in the game, but don't make it where like they have to be skins for somebody else. Because basically, it's like their moveset stays pretty much the same, don't it?
I'm going to like wholeheartedly disagree with that Mr.
Yeah.
Terrific statement, because Mr. Terrific in another round fighting game is just going to be cheap. Like let's keep
Well,
it basic.
he gonna be
With him and the little T-spheres are just gonna be full screen, just
Dude.
spamming. It's gonna be worse than JP on Street Fighter 6. No,
Lord. You know what I started thinking about?
keep that terrific tech over there somewhere. No,
I started thinking about Marvel vs. Capcom with Cable and that Viper beam.
oh shit.
Like motherfucker, like you imagine like Mr. Terrific just like juggling your ass and be like T-spheres. And just like
That might just gonna be full screen. It's gonna be like some Cyrex shit, just T-sphere bombs all over the place. Good and keep his
keep his ass
But
on
that
away from me
is
somewhere.
the only question that we have, and I think we are caught up on super chats.
We
as well.
are, and we got a question from. Yeah, we got a question from John Stewart we can answer right quick. And then it says, did former Mayor Fisk get exiled to Krakow?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
I thought about that shit too.
When Vanessa caught it, I thought they may try to rush it, and we just see it like a typhoid Mary kind of deal.
Too.
But that would be wild if next season we get him. Just if we have typhoid Mary come in next season, and she is getting cracked by Vincent D'Onofrio, that would be wild.
Wait a minute. Somebody, I wonder, do I have it? Ooh, let me see if I got it. I think I downloaded it.
Yes, it was not just me then. I thought I agree with Deck It Out. I totally thought that that therapist that almost got killed by Muse, I thought they were trying to make her into Typhoid Mary. That's why I thought that was going.
Yeah,
not the she Muse shit that's currently about to happen in the comics and stuff too. One thing I do want to say though, the whole scene with that therapist and Karen Page, so I understand that the therapist is working with Mayor Fisk now, but we finna act like Matt didn't do old girl dirty for regular ass Karen Page. That's what we doing.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
That's what we doing. I understand we need to go with old girl from True Blood. I get that. She's a good guy who's getting broke off by the Man Without Fear. But we finna act like Matt Murdock didn't kind of do her kind of foul.
I mean, you ain't right. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of. But my thing is, I'm so tired of what was it? What's her name? Heather Glenn. I'm so sick and tired of Heather. She got to go. She got to get up out of here. I'm so sick and tired of her. Like, cause she got this whole like, oh, I don't like vigilantes, but bitch, you literally turned into a supervillain, so you're worse than a vigilante.
I was gonna say, yeah, she's not gonna be a vigilante. She's gonna be a whole goddamn serial killer.
Yeah, I was like, goddamn, and then I was like. Also, that like she was trying to play that oh, I'm high and mighty and shit. Get the fuck out of my face. You out here moonlighting as a guy. Anyway, I will say this. The funniest thing about that finale is someone made a video that just really made me smile.
What's that?
And Carter, I want you to know,
Hmm.
I'm seriously considering. I want you to know, Carter, I'm seriously considering making this something. Like maybe making this something that we regularly use. I
What's
think
that?
I think there's value in it. I think there's value in it. And I hope you guys see value in it as well. There was someone who made a very interesting little video, and friend of the channel, Michael Mora, made a thing for it. And I want to see, can I? Yeah, here I want to Carter. Here, let me see if I can catch this before. Yeah, here, I want to. Wait, it went out. Here we go. This right here.
That's foul.
I ain't gonna hold you. Why they let this break off all the folks like that?
No, could you imagine? That's the last thing. But you see, I've never liked scenes like that where like we for to be against the villains, because it's like, dog, if all of y'all know that that's the kingpin, y'all know what kind of time that man is on.
Right.
And somebody else said, so the MCU has now gotten their Rogue One Darth Vader scene, and that's
Right.
pretty much what
Because that's what Decking Out just is. We get a hallway fight sequence back, and it was for Kingpin. Kingpin is out here. I was here for it.
Bro.
I was fucking here for it.
Do you see he had the iron claw on the one dude?
Oh, you had
But bro, like,
look,
no.
ask
And
him.
you can't even say that first
him,
dude
ref.
is like. You can't even say the first dude is in the hospital. No, he is dead.
That dude is dead.
Oh
no,
dead.
Bruh. When I look, no
How
bullshit.
do you explain that to Jesus when you in line trying to get the gate open for you? Oh, Vincent.
Look,
So
even
how'd you
look,
end up here? Nigga,
even-
Vincent D'Onofrio opened the door and said "boo," and that's all I remember. That's all I remember.
Dead.
Easy money. I'll just say this though. Yeah, I think that it was a very nice scene. I like that. We might try to get that into
You wanna do this
Splotch
last
said
question real quick? Yeah. There's a reason that this book is back here. This is the deluxe hardcover of Sex Criminals. They actually called it the Big Hard Sex Criminals. That's volume 3. Ernie sent me the post. He has done this twice now, where he has sent me a screenshot of castings for 2 of my favorite books, and I've been disappointed both times, because he did it with Southern Bastards, and he did it again this week with Sex Criminals.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the same thing.
apologize.
Okay, no, you don't.
You're right. I don't.
I'm gonna say the same thing to you all that I said to Ernie. We got Imogen Poots and John Reynolds being cast as Susie and John, respectively, in the Sex Criminals Amazon series. Here's the thing. Because Ernie and I both said the same thing.
Yeah.
Imogen Poots, like, I'm sorry. Ernie said it in a better way than I could think of. But I don't see her when I see Suze. I don't see her when I see Susan.
No.
John Reynolds, he looks just like John, which is to say he looked just like Matt Fraction.
Yeah.
So I ain't got no problem
Basically.
with that. It's just Imogen Poots. But what I told Ernie was that I'm gonna chalk up her casting, because I'm not a fan of her being cast as Susie. But I'm gonna read what I sent to Ernie. I'm gonna go ahead and chalk this up to other actresses who either didn't like being attached to a show called Sex Criminals, or didn't actually read the book, but when they heard the premise and heard it was created by 2 dudes, and they saw all the nudity and stuff that was going to be in there, didn't want to do it. They really didn't want to do it then. So I think she was the only one that was probably down for the nudity that might be in the show, even though I don't think there's going to be a lot of nudity in this because you don't want to accidentally like step into like NC-17 territory. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of nudity in this show. I think there'll be enough, but I think she was the only one that was willing to do it. And she may have read the comics and saw what was going on. And I don't think a lot of the other women who were probably up for the role did that. So,
well, I mean, I feel like, John Reynolds is basically going to be the Danza in this because he's literally going to be playing a character with damn near the exact same fucking name. So he's going to be playing John or Jonathan rather.
Cale Robinson, I could have sworn Kamel had been cast. No, because I think it was Kamel and it was Kamel and Johnny, and I think it was his wife or something like that. It was going to be done through their production company. They weren't going to be in the role.
They might play a part, but they're not going to be the main characters.
But but it's I don't want to say it live. I don't want to say it like because I don't want it to get taken a certain way.
Well, no, I'll say it. I think I can find a way to say this. My thing is, I think John. He looked like honestly, He looked just like John. John Reynolds looks just like him. Like I said, he looked just like John in the book. Yeah, like it's the same. Like that literally, because you can see for those who can't tell, that's John right here. Yeah. Like he literally he was ripped right out of the fucking page. But the thing about Susie is that Susie is like an not average looking, like she's an attractive looking woman, but she is an average sized woman. She's not like some skinny supermodel-esque woman.
This is something that Ernie asked me. He said, and correct me if I'm wrong, Carter, wasn't Susie like an average size woman, like not supermodel size, like at all, which is in reference to Imogen Poots, which is, yes, Chip Zdarsky drew her to have a little bit of meat on her bones, not thick or anything like that, but just a normal girl you would see walking around normally, not a skinny blonde string bean, but
no.
So now I have two shows that the casting I don't know about. I think Southern Bastards is more egregious because when I think of Earl Tubb, I do not think about Kevin Bacon. When I think about Coach Boss, I sure as hell don't think about Mr. Over and Over Again, Tim McGraw. I don't think about no goddamn Tim McGraw. I don't.
Oh goddamn. Nah,
but
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I don't see the characters as they are in that. I just me personally. Susie is by all accounts, she's an average woman. She's not meant to be like some I don't know. But yeah, basically, I'm sure that Imogen will play the character well. That's not the issue. It's kind of the same thing I kind of felt about. I feel the same way about Southern Bastards because it wasn't even just the
with the little red bone girl,
the little red bone
dummy from Falcon and the Winter Soldier being Roberta. No,
they got the Flag Smasher. They got the Flag Smasher as the now
as Roberta.
As Roberta. I'm sorry, I don't see Roberta Tubb as light, bright, and 2 shades from white. Now, I will say, I think the reason how they logic their way into it is because, I guess technically Roberta is biracial.
She is.
But she's depicted as a darker skinned woman in the book.
So you could very easily say, she's mixed, but just by looking at her, she probably takes after her mom more. She has more of her mama's gene. This little red child, just you know what? I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to end this on a comic book note. Ernie, did you know about the new Rick Remender, Steve Epting book coming out called Hammer Fist?
I did, and I added it to my pull list this week. Even though technically,
goddamn, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, okay. So full disclosure, when I went to go add it to my pull list, I actually couldn't. My shop could not find it because it was not listed yet to be pulled.
Wow.
But I did, however, find it on League of Comic Geeks.
Okay.
But yeah, it does not have an FOC yet.
Okay.
Does not have FOC yet. But yeah, this is huge. This is not coming out till August the 26th of this year. But yeah, like when I saw this shit, I saw the cover. I saw the cover for this shit. I was like, oh yeah, no, we getting this. I said,
It's
yeah.
it's the Reservoir Dogs meets Evil Dead.
Evil
I'm like,
Dead, yeah.
What? What?
Well, and here, I love this shit right
Who
here.
is this slow dude with the Hellboy fist? What is going
Right?
on here?
Well, yeah, what was it? Meet Mike Denton, a dirtbag, hitman, junkie, and absentee father who spent his life chasing the easy fix, drugs, cheap sex, and murder for money, while failing the one person who still believes he can be better, his daughter. It says, now on the eve of black noon, an ancient darkness that erases the light in all things, Mike has to drag himself out of the gutter, awaken a supernatural weapon powered only by love, and fight his way through the living embodiment of evil to save her. Now, this is a fire-ass creative team. Rick Remender, Steve Epting, Matt Hollingsworth. This is going to be goated. This is going to be goated. I can just go ahead and tell you that right now. Steve Epting is just, well, for one, it's Steve Epting, for Christ's sakes. You're not beating Steve Epting. I'm sorry, just it ain't happening. I love some of these covers too. These covers are fucking amazing. Like you can kind of see where maybe some of the Evil Dead isms might come into play. You can kind of see them in some of these covers that are popping up here. I mean, it looks, also, first off, this right here, Carter, this is diabolical. You see this shit right here? That is a baby's head inside the mouth of a monster.
Okay.
That is diabolical. I got to get that cover. They even got some simple ones, like this cover right here. Just simple.
Yeah.
Just meat and potatoes. Meat and
What was the old
potatoes.
boy from the boys that they couldn't get out of the rock?
Oh, yeah, I forget. Motherfucker was skeeting lava at him.
I hope that ain't how you got that hammer fist, big dog. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, for real. But yeah, this cover's getting got. That cover's getting got. Also, the freaky looking one right here, the freaky fool one right here. Yeah, that's getting got. Okay. And I don't know. Right. I see this right here is kind of nasty right here. This is kind of nasty. We might get this one too. Also, I appreciate them putting the entire creative team up front on this, because usually you don't see like the colorists get added in with everything. I like that. I like that. But yes, Hammer Fist is definitely happening.
Giant Generator doing their thing right now. Shout out to them.
Yeah. We love to see it. I like Rick Remender. I like Rick Remender. In a world of trying to think of the nicest way to say this. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's just in a world of writers who aren't really trying anything new, be a Rick Remender. Also, I think, did Escape come back?
No, it did not yet.
Oh, next, I think it's next month then, because FOC, maybe the end of this month. I know FOC on that one was like the 4th. So yeah. Anyway, that said, man, I think we're
done.
Yeah, I think we did a good job. We did a good job here. I love it.
I would love to end the show on this one.
Ooh, what you
in
got?
A world of Jed McKay's, be a Rick Remender.
Okay, so real talk. That was what I stopped myself from saying earlier when I paused. It was like, yeah, everything. There you go. Okay, yeah. Anyway, on that note, for Carter Persist, I'm the Blerd Without Fear, and Oh, man, who are we taking out this week? Who are we taking out this week? Whoever casting these, whoever is doing the casting for these image books, getting TV adaptations. We coming for you, nigga.